All right, everybody, welcome to our Iesf.
Yeah, and we are in the qualifier stage. For that though, I'm your caster Linwool, and joining me in casting this time is going to be Zakoto here alongside. And today we have a couple of matches to be shown on stream, at least to showcase all these teams that have been prepping up since past few months, past few weeks, and now led up to this point. And first game also to throw us up. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one, right?
I mean, Lino is surely gonna be interesting. We're gonna have a few old names showing. We're gonna have Morocco versus Ivory Coast. I'm gonna have Egypt versus Morocco yet again. I'm gonna following Team Morocco today, Mr. Linwell. Are you excited to see what they're gonna cook up in the draft? What's going to happen? But I mean, most importantly, are you excited to cast again with me?
Oh, I mean, yes, I'm super stoked here, and this is looking a little bit weird right now, but yeah, it's a great time being here in the Iesf alongside you as well as Agoda here. And finally, it's been how many months since we casted together?
I believe
1.5, around that.
2 months. 2 months, I think. In the European
That
qualifiers,
long, huh?
2 months. Yeah. Long
All
time.
right. Hey, but hey, we're back and now ready, and hopefully these teams are also ready.
I mean, I expect them to be ready. I mean, I played with some of these teams actually myself in rank, so I know what they're capable of. I play with them, I played against them. But I'm excited to see because I already have my contender for the qualifications.
Well, I mean, fair enough. I've had experience personal firsthand up into all those compy games, and now this time you'll be witnessing them, at least what they're capable of. Maybe that's so, but as we see on screen, there are going to be 4 groups here. Once again, as usual, protocol, Group A, Group B, C, and D. But today, we're probably going to be having Group A to be, the teams from Group A for today's matches. But from the top, though, I mean, Dakota, any standouts?
I mean, Group A, the chopping block, Egypt, Nigeria, Djibouti, Ivory Coast, Benin, and Morocco. The top teams from this region, I'd say, are Egypt, Morocco, and Ivory Coast, because I've seen them play a bit, so that's my ranking, and the other ones could go either ways. But let's take a look at Group B, Linwell.
All right. Well, Group B from the top is going to be Tunisia, Senegal, Mali, Algeria, as well as Ghana here. And I mean, as for you, you do have experience with most of these teams, but for me, this is the first time at least seeing some of these names here, at least in the Iesf. Well, tell me if I'm wrong, though. Do you think this is going to be swifter? I mean, for Group B, it's going to be a swift.
Group B is going to get led by Team Tunisia and Team Algeria, in my humble opinion. I mean, they're going to be, I think, the dark horses of the tournament. But even so, I mean, we can't tell, right? Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But in Group, we're going to have South Africa, Namibia, and Congo. I mean, personally, I don't think you know, and I don't think I know a lot about this group.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm excited to see what they're going to cook, honestly.
Well, that's true. That's one thing which is always true. And meanwhile, in Group D, though, it is Madagascar, Mauritius, and Mauritius. Okay, Zimbabwe. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I mean, hopes are a little bit high for Zimbabwe, at least for. I mean, well, I'm just kidding around. I don't know. It's the same story for Group C, but maybe could be expanded later on if we see these teams in action. That's the thing. Only a few of these matches are going to be broadcasted, so it's a little bit of a question for now.
I mean, it's going to be exciting to take a look at, as you said. I mean, we don't know a lot about this team. We know about some of the teams, of course, but today, that's what we're going to learn. We're going to see what Africa has as a powerhouse. Of course, Egypt, I think, is the strongest here because they take part in the actual pro play. But, I mean, Morocco is strong, Algeria is strong, Tunisia is strong. I mean, those would be my top 4 guests. I think those would be the finalists, in my humble opinion, as I said. But, Lilian, who do you think? I mean, who do you think is going to take the crown here?
Oh, as you stated, though, Egypt has the highest leverage right now. But again, it's all comes down to how far can they go through with their momentum. Because then again, we've seen domination by some of these teams, at least in in other formats, till a certain point, and who is going to stand up as the foe for this is a question. Maybe Ivory Coast, maybe Morocco, but I mean, it's all maybes.
I mean, who knows? As you said, it's all maybe. It could be possible for either of the teams to take the crown. I mean, we don't know. That's why we're excited. We don't know a lot about the region, and that's what makes it exciting. I mean, hey, you're gonna see some new talents showing their faces. Who knows? Maybe the next Kyrie is here. I mean, Linwell, as you said, Egypt has experience. I believe they were previous champions of the region, but still, that doesn't mean anything, really. It could go, again, a dagger can have two edges, so it can cut both ways. Maybe, I could be playing favorites here, but I think Tunisia has a pretty good chance. Same with Morocco to take the #1 place. My friends are playing in them, so I don't want to say, a lot of things, but, I have to be a glazer,
I mean, fair
Anyway.
enough. You gotta support your homies. But yeah.
Exactly. Group A, I think, is the hardest group.
For sure.
Second, and I think Group 4 is harder a bit than Group 3. I mean, it can go both ways. I mean, it can go four ways. It's 4 groups, honestly, so it's gonna be a little bit hard to decide. We're gonna see as the days go on. I mean, Linwell, let's do it. I mean, we have Ivory Coast, we have Morocco, and we have Egypt. Which heroes do you think match these countries?
Well, I mean, thinking about the skins, or maybe, okay, you just forget the base hero line. Gotta be the Esmeralda, right? Or even the Kufra.
I mean, Kufra is, I think a mummy, right?
Yeah.
I think it fits a lot of Egypt. Ivory Coast, I think, who would be a very good fit for Ivory Coast? I feel D would be a nice fit there, Sounds Ivory Coast sounds really bright, it sounds really welcoming. So either way, let's take a big look at the schedule. Linwell, please.
Yep. Well, today's schedule here, having a couple of matches, 3 of them from the top is going to be Ivory Coast versus Morocco, Nigeria versus Djibouti. Djibouti. My bad there. And you gotta help me on this. The last
Mali
one.
versus
Is it
Ghana.
Mali? Okay, Ghana. Okay.
The game on stream is going to be the first one. Ivory Coast versus Morocco. It's going to be an exciting first game of the day. I'm excited. There are going to be, I believe, 5 days till the 26th of this month. I mean, full of matches. It's going to be every day. We're going to see probably our beautiful faces, and you're going to hear our voice. I mean, not so beautiful voices, but still, you're going to have something to look up for. To maybe going to catch some, hints from us, some tips and tricks. As caster, we also sometimes play the game. I don't know about Linwell. I think he's in Legend right now. Either way, the next teams on the chopping block are going to be Team Egypt versus Morocco for the second. 2 hours later from the first. Nigeria versus Benin. Djibouti versus Ivory Coast. Again, a pretty fire matchup that we have on the stream. I'm excited.
It's pretty stacked, and looking like Morocco is going to be facing off opponent after opponent, at least onto the live stream. And again, these names which you did take earlier, or we did mention before, Egypt, Morocco, Ivory Coast, dueling it out. But first day is always going to be the thing that sets the rest of your pace from the following days, at least. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see. But later on, the other matches, though they won't be live stream, are going to be Tunisia, I believe, versus Ghana, and then it's going to be Senegal versus Mali once more.
You are correct. From here, the last matches of the day, I'm expecting Team Tunisia to be on top, and with Senegal, I think as well. Senegal, I think, is going to win over Malaysia, but still, it's going to be interesting to find out more of the results. Obviously, we're going to know, and you guys can check it out on the official Iesf website for yourselves. Check the schedule tomorrow as well. It's going to be interesting to see, but I'm excited about game number 1. Linwell, it's going to be so interesting to see. It's going to be a pretty different meta, but again, a quick reminder, Ivory Coast on the left versus Morocco on the right. best of 3 series.
And it's going to be game back-to-back here. Probably expecting intense matches, though. We'll see if it's going to be one-sided or continuous to the point where Morocco gets exhausted when they face against Egypt later on. But one thing that's what hits me a little bit interesting is that now since we are already a couple of months into the season, so I am curious what the meta is going to be for the following games to come.
I mean, I have a rough idea of what the Morocco is going to draft, but I don't know a lot about the drafting mind of Ivory Coast, because again, it's a bit further away from my region. So they're probably going to have a different meta. Same with other regions, same with your region, same with like other regions. They have a different, hero comfort pick, right?
Fair enough, yeah. Well, although it's going to be different regions, the concept is going to be same. The name of the game is going to be team synergy, execution, and how well can these teams last out, at least in those exchanges, even in those objectives fights, which sometimes I see a lot of teams ignore and go for split pushing instead. So that's going to be pretty interesting, though. Ivory Coast, on the other hand, here we have the team roster listed out. Kenshin on the top here, alongside Ren, the Dome 99, and Shura alongside Vinci. And the names here: Musa Bamba, Cedric Atate, Yakuba Dumbia, Adams Sissoko, Vince Diallo. Sorry if I butcher your names. Does that sound right?
I mean, it sounded so much right. I mean, I think you got only the nicknames correct, honestly, Mr. Linwell. But still, it's a pretty solid roster from what I am seeing. I mean, we're going to have to wait for the game to start to actually tell us what's going to happen, because I believe Kenshin is the roamer, if I'm not mistaken, of Team Ivory Coast. So it's going to be interesting to see what's he going to pull up with. I know the Lancelot is really favorite right now, YSS as well. Being a jungler main myself, and I play this hero, Fanny, YSS, Lance. I mean, they're the most picked hero. I mean, for me, honestly, I've gone a bit of the trolling route. I'm picking Uranus on the jungle a lot more. I'm just telling my team, don't ban it, leave it open, because it's so fun to bully with Uranus. He's so fun to play. Because if you don't know how to counter him, don't have any burst, what are they going to do to you, Mr. Linwood? What do you think?
Well, I mean, like you said, though, as you pointed out with the Uranus, although a little bit unorthodox in the playstyle, like you said, but still a very strong contender for the XP lane. And what I feel, even if the regions changes, the base concept for EXP is always the same. You gotta open up space for your team. You gotta either start off the executes if you are an initiate hero, or maybe, just take away some of the attention from the other opposing side, which, again, a lot of great options right now, are a lot of great heroes. And since it's going to be the first game, I'm pretty interested to see what's going to be the priority for Morocco.
But let's take, I mean, as you said, Morocco, let's take a quick look at their roster. We have Ayato, Super Rival, Yanasis, Captain Rolex, and Kenji, Mossab Samoudi, Ayub Belic, Amar Bumar, Khalil Abouami, Taha Alami. I mean, I think I butchered some of these names. I am sorry. But as I said, I have played versus people. I have played with these people. I know Ayato is a really good player. Same with Super Rival. Yanasis is a bit underwhelming sometimes, but he's still a solid player. And I don't know much about Captain Rolex and Kenji. I mean, a little bit about Kenji, not going to lie. I've seen him in some tournaments, but that's about it. But it's a pretty interesting roster, Linwell. It's going to be, I think, one of the top 3 teams in this entire qualifier.
Yep. Well, I mean, familiar names to you, familiar names to some. And maybe what's going to be pretty interesting is see how they all perform as a set in the following matches to come. And at least for all these players, I mean, this is a start. This first game is going to be the phrase or saying, or what do you say? Quote they give to every single other team that's watching. It's going to be, I mean, it's a start.
I mean, we won't know until it's going to happen, Linwell. I know what you're trying to say. They're going to give, I mean, watching the stream after is going to be a warning to some of these players. You're going to learn to draft a little bit about the opposite teams. Even if you check the screenshots of the game, or like just a bit, it's going to help you understand the psychology behind their drafts and behind the mentality of the players. Because sometimes they pick for comfort, sometimes they pick for meta. something we just pick to confuse the enemies. I know it happens a lot with this mystery pocket picks. I mean, recently, Gord has been a very annoying pick all around. I've seen him a lot for some reason, but I don't expect him to get picked here a lot because still he's under the radar. He's still flowing. Either way, I'm excited about game number 1 of the day, Linwell. I mean, I know you are too. It's a Monday. It's a beautiful day today for me. I believe for you as well. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm super excited.
A great way to start us off. And okay, gotta think about what's gonna be the first mindset going into these games, at least for this team. Morocco, okay, I want to ask, since you have known some history behind them, how much is their experience at least participating in these kinds of tournaments, or is it strictly their first time?
They have a lot of experience. They have a lot of experience playing together as well, being from the same country. I play against them being in Europe. I mean, they play in European server a lot because they play with other people from here, so they just queue up with me, right? But I've seen them playing. I mean, Super Rival and Ayato, I've seen them playing together. I played with Ayato a few days ago. I mean, he made me lose, but still, you know, no shade being thrown over there. It's gonna be interesting to see them play. I mean, from this perspective, I've never seen them personally, but I've seen them in other tournaments, and I've seen them in the qualifier for the last few years as well. But you know, Egypt is a strong team. It's the strongest team in the tournament, so I think they're gonna have a pretty big chance this year because they've improved a lot.
Oh,
Linwell, just a quick reminder for the viewers: you're gonna be the shoutcaster today. I'm going to be the analyst. Again, Linwell on the left, Zakota on the right. We're gonna cook up some spice, and isn't that right? A little rap.
Yeah, very well indeed. And you have words to go. I'm just gonna say that.
I do, really.
Only when you're not making puns. That's it. Yeah.
And
when you start, I mean,
I'm holding myself back.
It's the first game. It's the first game. Chill.
Yeah, exactly.
After later on.
Exactly.
We'll slowly reel into it. Just how these teams are gonna reel into the Iesf. Well, that came out wrong. Okay, but yeah, again, okay. What do you even think about it at this point? Because, like you said, new faces, new teams, at least new names to us, and now that we're finally seeing them. Okay. Do you know anything about Ivory Coast, Dakota?
A little bit. I have
a little
Scream
bit.
Versus them.
Okay.
I think I have Scream versus them, if I'm not mistaken. A while ago. I might be mistaken, but still, it's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, I think I know a little bit more about these teams than you do. I mean, you being not from Europe, I mean, not from Africa. True. Close, but still not here. I mean, you're excited. I mean, I can tell, I can see in your eyes, you know, you're very excited.
You can see my eyes? Okay. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah. Okay. The name of the game is gonna be who is more comfortable, at least on the red side here, I feel like. Because every single tournament or every single start, it's always who gets the control of the draft early on. Because again, you're clashing with two different metas, or even, let's say, two different mindsets, playstyles, and at that point the bans are going to be a little messy in the start. That's at least what I'm thinking that's going to happen. So the red team on the first game at least might have the advantage, and later on, if a certain hero, certain categories of not categories, roles from the opposing side is a little too much for them to handle, I mean, we're gonna start with the target bans at that point.
I don't think there's gonna be targets bans in this game. I think they're just gonna ban out the annoying heroes. I mean, the XP lane is dominating the meta right now, as you know. The Lapu Zhong. Yeah. I mean, after the Uranus, I mean, there's so many heroes. Even the Glue is still a pretty annoying hero. But right now, in the mid lane,
that's debatable. Yeah.
Either pick the Farsa and Kimi or ban them out. Just either pick them or ban them. That's all I'm saying. I've seen what they can do. I've felt what they can do. Really annoying. Strong heroes. Yeah. Farsa just completely counters the Kimi, and Farsa is just a strong, I mean, artillery mage, you know. She's stunned, she doesn't move a lot. Yeah. She doesn't have a stun. Yeah, I mean, it's so annoying. Early game, it does a lot of damage. In the late game, she can almost 1v1 you alone with 2 skills. But I think we're going to head into the draft, Mr. Linwell. Are you excited?
Yep, sure am, and I sure hope the viewers are excited to see watching over the Iesf Africa Qualifiers 2025 here. And once again, first game of the match is going to be Ivory Coast versus Morocco. Morocco on the right side, Ivory Coast on the left side, and man's already started off. We have really strong contenders here, and Yushin Chin being seen. Oh, surprised.
With Zeti and Khalid from Ivory Coast, Morocco is banning out the Yin Shin. Target those junglers already. I'm expecting to ban the Lance as well if they're fearing the YSS or the Uranus. In this scenario, Ivory Coast has the first pick. I mean, they're going to be on the blue side. Red side is going to be Morocco, as we know. I mean, what are you expecting? What are the picks? What do you think is going to go first? Do you think they're going to go for the Uranus? Do you think they're going to let it go? Or do you think they're going to let some other heroes?
Well, I mean, now we're seeing double jungle bans here from Morocco, so I don't think XP laners going to be really hard to get for either of these teams, because now, since so many XP laners are open, there's no point in getting rid of any of them. Maybe I'd suggest the Kimiging ban, like earlier, how you mentioned, but then again, Farsa is going to be open. So I'm still stuck on the fact that Novaria is still a decent counter to the Farsa, and you do have dive in, but then again, it's kind of giving away your draft, right?
I mean, Morocco did ban out the Farsa, and if Ivory Coast doesn't pick up that team, I think it's going to be a big waste. I think it's already going to give that advantage to Morocco. And banning out the YSS and Roger is going to deny either of the teams to go for a triple marksman compound. We're going to see the Matila getting kicked out, actually, which is an interesting first choice. She's still solid with the Circling Eagle. I mean, a ton of damage, a lot of healing, a lot of mobility. So, you know, it's a hero to not mess around with.
And very well so, since, I mean, this patch note, a lot of the healing is much more better for all of these heroes, since, again, anti-heal got nerfed. And again, we do have a great answer back from Morocco with two bulky frontliners here. Ooh, Uranus and
jungle,
Hilda.
come on, make me happy. Go Uranus jungle.
You're just praying, huh?
I'm praying it. Come on, man.
Come on. Alright, first game shows up with a bang in Morocco. But for now, Ivory Coast, they have to answer back. And it's a Yuzhong though. The question is, do they want to prioritize the jungler before it gets banned off in the next half?
Morocco already has their jungler because the Hilda doesn't go on the roam usually. She's a really bad hero on the roaming position. I mean, honestly, I mean, from what I've seen, from what I've played her, she's really bad on the roam. She's better on the XP because you have more bushes on that lane, you're more agile, you can rotate towards the turtle. Because as we know, first turtle spawns on the XP side all the time.
Yeah.
But the Melissa is gonna get kicked out, leaving the Kimi open, leaving even the Leslie open, Moscow, Iritel, the Granger on the table. A lot of options.
Yep. That is, again, giving away the draft a little bit. I'd say both silence are already taken, unless this Yuzhong has a different strategy in mind. But again, first game, I'm not really expecting that. Morocco, on the other hand, though, you mentioned that Uranus can be a jungler in this case. And do you think they're going to pick up the mage, though, before the next half?
I think Morocco is either going to go for the marksman to just not get them banned out, or they're going to go for the XPs. There's a marksman.
There is.
I mean, we already know that the Uranus is going to be the experienced laner. I mean, or the jungler. I mean, Hilda, no bueno, not good on the roaming side. Not enough crowd control to something. And I think Morocco has an Arlot player on their team. So that's, again, big help towards the Uranus jungle.
Very big help indeed. And now the second ban phase is going to be initiated. We already have a strong jungler being banned out from Morocco here, namely the Lancelot. So again, Ivory Coast, are they going to try to limit the options? Maybe, like you mentioned, the Uranus, again, being a jungler, maybe. So mage ban could be optimal from side of Ivory Coast.
I mean, I do hope that Uranus becomes a jungler because, as I said, it's a really cool deal. You build concentrated on him, you go for brute force as well, and then you go for the Oracle. Twin wings, you're unkillable. Basically, you won't die. You won't ever die. Only if you go under tower in the base nexus. I mean, it depends. It's so tanky. It does a lot of damage. It clears extremely fast.
But here's the dilemma, though, Zagoda. I mean, what is the Uranus jungle going to apply? What's the impact in all those fights?
Slowdown, damage, fronting turrets, basically a Fredrin but better. I mean, a Fredrin without crown control that has more healing than Fredrin, more slow than Fredrin, and a better chase ability than Fredrin. And you go bloody right, so you won't die ever in a million years. The banning out, I think, Team Ivory Coast needs to pick out Burst. That's what's really needed here. Burst, they're banning out the Hayabusa, they're banning out the Ling, Lancelot. I mean, so many junglers getting banned out. Baksha as well. You consider that a jungle nowadays.
Yeah.
What's left for Team Ivory Coast? Honestly, the Suyu is a great choice. The Fan, if they can play, it's a great choice. But still, it's really risky.
Well, I mean, Fanny in this situation against Moscow is a little bit risky, like you said. Mages, I'm still stuck on the fact that no mages are being prioritized. Okay, there's the Kimimba in there, understandably so. You can't leave that open. Morocco now with the second draft pick phase here. I think
is gonna get picked out by Morocco. I think Jukshin. They need that Jukshin. They cannot let it go. Lilia!
Oh, what?
I think they threw.
Against this lineup?
I think they threw, honestly. The Jukshin would have been a little bit better.
It doesn't make sense.
Extra crowd control. And a Lilia into a Dragon, Matilda, and into a Melissa. I don't know about that. I don't know all about that.
It's a very strange pick here. Maybe
I think they're just trying to go for invades early game with the Hilda. They're gonna go for an invade heavy comp.
Perhaps.
Either way, Xborg on the jungle with Valir on the mid lane.
That's a counter.
Okay.
That's a counter.
Uranus not really.
I mean, the Valier here is such a great defense against any other invades, and Export is just a fail-safe, you could put it, against the tanky front line. Then again, it's pretty hard to have an impact against the setup here, which...
Or Joy jungle, so it is going to be a Hilda roam.
Yep.
Okay. Wait, what if it's the Joy XP one? Make me proud, Morocco.
Nah, that's just copium. That's copium.
Joy right now in the meta falls off so hard to do the Sarlilium nerf. My apologies. Right now, this 5 seconds cooldown on the basic stack killed Joy, killed Arif. So I don't use them that often. Still, they're okay picks. What could you have for winning this first game, Meanwhile?
Well, I mean, the drafts are looking pretty hard, but if it gets dragged out, I believe Morocco has a better chance at least, I'd say. Because, again, they have so many difficult targets to mark down. And since the only problem is, though, I don't know who's going to open up the space needed for this Joy to dive in. Maybe Hilda could try an attempt, but I mean, if she's going to get bursted down pretty fast when we reach the mid to late, right?
Uranus. That's all I'm saying. Uranus is going to win everything. Uranus has to be the playmaker.
If you say so.
They put him on the jungle, they put another XP or Roamer, something, even an Atlas would work into one Uranus. You just need crowd control. The Jukshin would have been a so much better pick than the Lilia.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Fair enough,
Again, game 1 again, Ivory Coast versus Team Morocco. We're gonna see a red star and a blue star coming from either of the teams corresponding to their, I mean, health bars, so... What do you think? What do you think of this start?
I mean, they have the right idea. They're gonna rotate probably faster. I'm expecting it towards goal lane, but again, there's already so much pressure being applied right now with a little bit of disturbance. And yep, that's an early lead taken back.
Ooh, look at Moscow making a statement with 1v1 emblem on the goal lane, just allowing him to be extra punishing Vinci. He's using the Inspire on the Melissa, which is a bit odd, but still, it can work. War Cry on the Melissa as well. I would went for the slowdown, but look at 5 Kenshin. Petrify!
Oh yeah, Petrify being used also, but Charles is not being stacked and proc though. That's the first blood going out towards Nasties.
First blood going to Morocco. Lilia has already started putting in the work, but look at the Xborg is getting punished.
Hang on, Andrew just might be in a bit of trouble. Frog armor being popped there. They chunky on towards Captain Rolex. Stunned on towards the ball. Revitalized. Not enough. And X-Ren gonna be the one to trade off the first blood here. There, especially then wants to go in. Perhaps doesn't have the electrifying beast though. Retribution could be handy in getting level 4. Ren might just be the next target though. Push back right in the nick of time and escapes just before disaster.
I mean, Retribution is in the favor of Team Ivory Coast, but still, look at that fight in the goal lane. The Inspire is still available, but look at the Xborg, he's just getting that Roger armor, getting poked down. Yuzhong almost, Genji.
Might be risky here for armor, but this Uranus might be in trouble. Kenji solo on HP, still regenning though. Doesn't matter because again, especially then with the electrifying beats are just bursting in the backline here, forcing off the flicker. Kenji solo has a Black Dragon though if he wants to pop it up. but still dashing in
SOD!
forward with Spear of Destruction. They landed into the crux of the enemy. Mid-side, 3 people down, 3-1 here. Morocco off to a great start.
Ato got bursted down. Already we're seeing again pressure in the jungle. The poor Ivory doesn't have a little break. He has a last insanity when he claimed that retribution.
Tries to go for it, but again, gets it, but it won't cost now. Black turn form on towards backline. Kenshin all alone, 1v3 right now, but it's a killing spree for Nasties as 2 more get traded for nothing here. Only a purple buff to keep.
He did get the retribution, allowing him to be at the same level as Joy, but Joy is gonna clear the entire jungle and probably go for a red invade again. Ayato did die under a tier 3 turret at the top lane. Somehow just got bursted down, allowing the Melissa to take that gold crab, allowing her to get a bit more farm. But look at Captain Rolex. He is just in their face, not being scared of anything.
Well, still has Ayato though on the mid here to sort of fend a little bit. No, just might get trapped and pinched there. Kenji diving in the back line once again. No, never mind. He's gonna be the one to try to escape. What? Last insanity. Not going in the right direction. There we have. Oh, wait, this is an opportunity here for Marco. Oh, wait, hang on. Just going for a dash there, especially then. Marking on towards Matilda, but the circling eel just gonna out-mitigate and escape right on time. But Valor's gonna be a bit of trouble. X-Ren here, mega kill for Nasties. And this Lilia is proving us quite wrong with so much aggressive play coming in from Morocco.
Joy is going for the concentrated build. She's going to go for the Holy. Here's her second item, replacing our Starlium slide. But the Yujon finally got his War Axe up and ready. He did take a bit of the tower plating and cut some of the wave, but poor Xborg is getting permanently invaded. What can he do?
Yeah, by this point, I mean, he's not even having the full armor at every single situation, though. Petrify with the Black Turner form is just perfect. Full side of Ash, Spear of Destruction lands in mid-tier, and 2 more get slain for Morocco, getting a triple on the board here. And nothing can be said here for Ivory Coast as they are not able to resurface from this pressure of the invade.
I mean, Melissa still has went unchecked. She's still at the 0-0-0 KDA. She is playing so safe under her turret. She is not risking anything. But look at the healer, no fear whatsoever. If I was in the hands of Melissa, if I was the player, I would go and try to punish the... I mean, she's so deep. 4 people right there, you kill her. Also can't do anything.
Yeah. This is where you slowly start to get a little bit of that damage. You have the war cry being done. Melissa also is ready. Kenji though has been poked a little bit extra and dealing a little bit of burst though. But again, it's just 2 less right now. All the one in bot lane, Circling Eagle going on towards Ayat though, almost escaping with a sliver of HP. And Nasty still in the bushes. Yo could be checked there. But again, still survives.
Matilda is doing a lot of damage with her basic attack, but look at Rolex.
Oh. SOD landed in. Kenshin with the Black Dragon form. Tries to start a little bit of assistance on towards team, but doesn't really matter. Because again, the turtle's being prioritized more by Morocco instead. And the fight is slowly dissolving, but all while Angie is in top lane.
Angie has to take his farm. He just has to go slow. I think they're going to punish Vinci down. He is versus 4 right now.
And still fighting though. Ayato made the main target, but especially then marks down Ren in backline. There's the electrifying beats on towards 1. They're still connecting. Killing spree for Captain Rolex. It's 1 by 1. Every single piece of Ivory Coast fall. Only 2 to do. Maybe push out the lanes.
Ayato is showing a bit of disrespect throwing around those rigs. But look in the mid lane, Nasties the most damage on the team, and he's gonna punish down that expert poor guy. Pretty big lead. Morocco with 6,000 gold ahead and 13 kills.
That's quite insane here at this point. I mean, if you're Ivory Coast, what can we really do? Maybe a combo setup from Kenshin could be the best play, but it did happen before, but doesn't now. Electrifying Beast gonna come in. SOD walking onto Vinci, not gonna be connected though, just giving enough slow for the rest of his team to get melted out by Morocco here. And Kenji diving on towards the enemy turret here. Oh, pops in and just escapes still in the nick of time. Kenshin here, still strong, but doesn't matter because Captain Rolex gets a trade, but finally a shutdown though going onto the hands of John Polo right now. And Angie still vulnerable. Maybe targeting onto Kenshin, but there's Joy coming back right into the fight with the electrifying beats. They're going to be pushed away from the go away here. Yeah, Nasty, the next target, solo HP. Finally shut down for Ivory Coast as they pick 2 here. Huge shutdowns coming in.
Big shutdowns indeed coming in. They almost closed the gap down. Still 5,000 gold. Turtle is up in about 20 seconds. The blue of Ivory Coast is going to be up in 4 seconds as well. Will we see another invade? Joy is there. Look at Boilo.
Oh, Gusher dive. Actually, 5 base used very early on alongside, but he says they're going to be a disengage.
Just baiting out the skills is going to be enough for Team Morocco to take the lead, but look how fed Ayato is. He has already his golden staff, he has already his corrosion staff, and he's getting his demon hunt sword as well. If not, he might be going for the malefic gun to just get that extra. But look at that fight!
Oh, hang on, Andrew. Just might go with the last side though. So Morocco wants to go for a slow fight here. Still not blocking the abilities, waiting for the right time, waiting for the right angle. Still looking on towards there. John Polo might pop in Circling Eagle if necessary to dive in, but they've used up some of their ultimates here. And it's very crucial as turret gets melted down in the top lane here. Kenji just a distraction needed here to stall out Morocco, the side of Ivory Coast as Morocco takes down the Lord right now. That's a free first Lord in a matter of 9 minutes.
5 turrets in the hands of Team Morocco to the 1 of Team Ivory Coast. 2 turtles as well, and they waited that 8 minutes to get that Lord up early. But look at Ivory finish, got his Demon Hunter sword, going for the Malefic gun, is going to give him that extra range he needs. But look at Kenji, just a bullet sponge. Even if you ultimate him with that last insanity, nothing much he can do. He's going to use Consecration and run away. That's his plan. Just bait it out, run away, bait it out, run away.
Yep.
Let's take a
So
quick
far
look at the builds. Flask of West in the hand of Matilda, Warax and Wind Wings in the hands of Yu Zhong. We're going to see a crit Melissa. Hold on, that's something new.
Ooh.
Still, I don't think it's good here. I think the Trinity would have been a little bit more deserving, but either way, Ayato has his Trinity build ready to go. He has a top boost and he's going for that penetration item as well. Joy has her concentrated and her holy. But look at that fight!
The shred! Especially then getting the kill on towards there as Jean Paul tries to escape though. Last Insanity just buying a little bit of time. Actually also to snipe the backline, but doesn't really matter because it doesn't connect through. Vinci here chunking on towards Kenji, but he's just so tanky. Heals right buck up to half HP. Conceal play coming in here. It dives onto her backline. Rowie on towards John Polo here. Still solo though. Gets a turret. Push it on Morocco for the victory right now. If they want to end the game, they gotta finish off the inhibitor turret. But Ivory Coast not gonna let that happen. Da Vinci so low on HP though. Still surviving, still trying. Kenshin has the Black Dragon Petrify if needed. But dive is gonna be crucial. It has to land on the perfect target. All the while the turrets are falling one by one. Last Insanity being popped there. But Kenji still survives in the back line here. That's nasty. Goes and push forward, but still strong as Ayato finishes off the base crystal, giving Morocco their first victory in this series.
10,000 gold lead in the hands of Team Morocco. But still, it's a best of 3 series. Meanwhile, that means the next match can go both ways. Maybe Ivory Coast is gonna take it, maybe Morocco is gonna take it to seal the deal. But who knows? That's why you're gonna be here waiting for the next game. But either way, it was an interesting team composition from some of the teams that I still would have wanted that, as I said, Rano's on the jungle, using that Joy. She didn't have as much of an impact as she should have had. Yes, she does damage, yes, she's underrated, but still, I don't think it's worth it nowadays without that Starlium. But let's take a quick look at the highlights.
Ooh, early game though, Kenshin here. Got picked up early. And this is where we're seeing the Lilia in action here. Again, so much burst for just so little cost in the early stage is so valuable, at least for the aggressive style of Morocco, which we saw every single minute of the game.
Look how fast Ayato died after using that SOD. And look at he's just landing them consistently, just shutting them down, pushing down a mid turret. I mean, the goal laner of Ivory Coast wasn't doing as much as, you know, Ayato. He was just staying on his lane, not really pushing, not really trying anything, not rotating towards his team to take the farm away. I mean, that's what I want, just take the jungle. My team's losing, my jungler's losing, I just take his jungle and I win. Who can check you in this team? Only a hero can check you is Joy. You can push her back with a bubble. Same with Lilia, you can just push her back. Same with Ayato. Same with everyone on Team Morocco, can just push them back with a go away. Still, it's only game 1, so it's too soon to tell what's going to happen in game number 2 of the series, but let's take a look at the statistics.
Yep, statistics here. You're gonna see the highest damage from any of these teams is gonna be the Lilia here from game number 1. I mean, from the first minute to the last 10th minute here, it's just in every fight, every single invade, and most hack damage though from both sides is gonna be none other than this Uranus here, Kenji. I mean, what a show play here. Again, you mentioned him being slotted in the jungler, but the whole reason why all of these invades was possible was again because of the Uranus.
I mean, I think the Hilda was a bigger key player in invades than the Uranus. The Uranus was just everywhere on the map. He was just living his lane.
Oh yeah.
Everyone that wanted to take it didn't care about it. Yuzhong hold a tower in the top as well, but still, look at total healing 87,000 for doing absolutely nothing. Went for that Dominance Ice first item. He went for that Radiant as well to just deny that Valir and that Matilda damage, because the only people who can burst him down are those two. Exborg, not an issue, right? He's gonna go for a blade armor to just counter Melissa as well. I mean, why not go for the brute force to seal the deal and just have a fast rotation speed and anti-CC, right? There's one knock-up on the team and it's Matilda, and the Yuzhong as well, if I'm not mistaken. But still, let's take a quick look at the other statistics. Gold obtained per minute is 6,000 compared to 4.5 of Team Ivory. Gold damage taken per minute is 36,000 compared to 26. I mean, to 36 Morocco. I mean, that's 10,000 difference.
Yep.
It's because of that Uranus, I assume. Damage dealt 6,624 from the Yuzhong, if I'm not mistaken, and 38,392 from Morocco. 0 turtle, 0 lord, 1 turrets. I mean, not bad. 2 turtles, 1 lord, 9 turrets. I mean, domination. Gold obtained from Union keeps in the favor of Team Morocco by 3,251 gold. But still, look at the gold Hayato got during this game. 9,000 in 10 minutes. That's a lot. Most eliminations is from the roamer.
And this is also considering that, like, every single team fight, he was always there, always present. You just farm off, clear off your lanes, and join the team fight with the SOD. Sometimes just send it in for just giving that extra slow needed here. And I mean, that really worked out.
I mean, if you know what you are doing with your hero, it can cook. But, Linwell, what do you think is going to happen in game number 2? Do you think it's going to be a repeat of game number 1, or do you think it's going to be a little bit different? It's going to be more in the hands of Ivory Coast as they're getting the second pick, if I'm not mistaken, and the 2 is on the red side.
Well, again, it's gonna boil down to the first phase of the draft here. Game 1, again, they showed their cards too early on, and it was slightly more easier. You see the Yuzhong there, you see the Melissa. It's a little more obvious to draft, at least for getting the optimum playstyle you need, and which was the aggressive invade composition, which again Morocco showed us. So if things don't change, I mean, Ivory Coast, you're gonna be in for a tough game.
I mean, it's gonna be tough for either of the teams, depending on which picks they get. I think they're gonna respect the Uranus this game. He was so annoying. Nothing you can do to him. You cannot kill him. You cannot shut him down. You cannot do. He just walked in the refrigerator. He's just like a combine fridge. What can you do to him? You can't push him. You can't kill him. You can't throw him down the stairs. How is he gonna just vanish off the map? I mean, you can pull him in the turrets, yes, but only the Valir can do that, and I don't think he's gonna allow it. He has the Consecration, he has the Purify. He can just run away. I mean, if you get hit, you don't run away. I mean, that's the playset of Uranus. You get hit, you run away. You heal, you get hit, you run away, etc. But we're gonna this team's a little break before we get into game number 2 out of this best of 3 series. We're gonna be right back.
All right, folks, welcome back to Iesf Africa Qualifiers 2025. It's day one of the group stage here, and we have had a game number one go through. And for the series, officially, it is Ivory Coast versus Morocco. Game number one going towards Morocco here, and we're on to game number two here. And I'm I'm your caster Linwell. Alongside joining me in the casting guest is going to be Dakota. And Dakota, how are you feeling about the games that are going to be coming up today?
Excited, really excited. Up next, we're gonna have, I believe, Egypt versus Morocco. Again, we're gonna see Morocco playing. I said we're gonna be following them, you know, like just going on the street, seeing that guy, following him back
It's a
home.
Morocco journey.
Either I think that's a little bit out of bounds, but what do you think is gonna happen in game number two? Just Ivory Coast and Morocco. Do you think Ivory is gonna turn it around and try to go for a save, or do you think Morocco is gonna seal the deal and hit that nail on the coffin?
Oh.
Difficult.
Yeah. Very difficult here, at least with the way how game number one go. I mean, you're definitely going to be down in the dumps here. But and again, if you have the confidence, if you have the mentality, can pull through. Maybe come up with a bit of strategy in that few minutes that they have, a break that they have, giving the players to just reset and now change a little bit on how they approach this game number two, which I believe what's going to be their main targets.
Banning out Uranus. Not banning out the Yusuf Shin and the Lance because there really is no counter, and not banning out the Link because Link is really bad right now. I mean, not much you can say. There are so many better bans than the Link and the junglers. Junglers are so easy to counter. Just one stun is gonna shut down Lancelot. Doesn't matter how good he is. Doesn't matter how professional he is. One good stun is just gonna be sealing the deal. A Franco, Kaja, jungle. I mean, there's so many like choices right now. It's so as I said, volatile. As you can see, Uranus on the jungle, Kaja on the jungle, YSS jungle. YSS split as well on the gold and XP I've seen a little bit.
Ooh.
Lancelot is strong. Ling not that strong. It's really weak right now. He's underwhelming because he doesn't have that extra oomph the new junglers need. Like Suyu has he has a stun, he has 3 dashes. I mean 3 different dashes. He has an execute. He has a ranged. I mean, compared to Ling, you don't have a range. Same with YSS. That's why he's so popular. He have a stun. That's right now what's making Yunzushin really popular, just even having a stun. But let's get game draft of number 2. But Uranus gets banned out, and I'm expecting Beatrix. I don't know why I'm sensing a Beatrix from Morocco getting banned out.
Well, I mean, it could be possible here with how we've seen at least the marksman being played here. Melissa, again, with the Beatrix, you do have a little bit of mobility with the dash, and you have that ultimate cycle here. Just go through the Nibiru and any of the other ones, Renner, even. I'd say the question though is it still, are they still going to prioritize the jungle, or is it going to be EXP? Because again, like you said, it's stated clearly also the XP is the game right now in the current meta, which Morocco understands and showcased with the Uranus. And going on towards game number 2, really hoping to see maybe a Phobius or a Lapu.
I disagree. Both of those heroes are pretty easy to counter. You just need to burst them down instantly. A Masha Rome can completely shut down these tanky-esque heroes. The Uranus as well. If you play a Masha Rome or a Masha XP, you can just shut down the Uranus. What can he do to you? He can do a ton of damage in the early game, but he can just risk it for the biscuit. But he's gonna chase you. You can run with Masha. You have the Flicker. And supposedly have the Sprint if you want. The Purify even. But still, it's too early to tell. I'm sensing a YS getting banned out as well. A repeat of game number 1. Still, I don't think it's worth it.
The
Lapu Lapu.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great start here for this side of Ivory Coast. But again,
they have the first though.
Yeah, I thought they were going to take it from themselves. That was going to say. So Morocco, on the other hand, bans off the Egyptian here, Zetian here. Quite understandable. But what's Ivory Coast thinking here? Banning off 2 XP laners. Who do they want the first pick? Is it going to be a jungle first pick? I don't think so.
I think it's going to be a mid lane first pick because that's what they struggle on. The difference in the mid was actually showing. Ivory couldn't do anything against the Leia. Just her buff. I mean, her buff, her mid lane, her minions. Straight the Blue Vex, bro. Fuck his frag arm, forcing him towards the retribution, going to the red. Same thing. Same story. I think Ivory Coast needs to focus on banning out the gold laners. Hayato is a monster on that Moscow. He was pushing out of the turrets he just saw. Irritel, Moscow needs to get banned out. Farsa banned out as well. I mean, destroying heroes. But Matilda,
Oh, what?
Hmm.
That's interesting here. I guess leaving all of that open, maybe Morocco, I mean, maybe Ivory Coast could take it for themselves instead, but again, the red side gets 2 picks. That's a little confusing though. Morocco, though, on the other hand, I mean, they gotta ban out the Farsa now, right? Because unless you want to give that early game pressure from Mage. What?
Untitled.
Okay, that's interesting.
I mean, that just shows that Morocco wants to pick out the Yisun Shin, because with the Lancer, you can somewhat counter him using that Thorn Rose, the immune, that initial stun, but they're gonna give that YSS
Ooh.
on the blue side. Hold on.
Wait, is this a bait?
I think it's a bait.
Yeah.
Team is on the table, Farsa on the table, Hayabusa.
Yeah.
50-50.
Depends on the roamer for the side of Ivory Coast here. Right now, the next pick though, do they want to prioritize the goal lane here? No, never mind.
Valentina this early?
Ooh. Without even...
Shikshin on the table, Farsa on the table, Kimi on the table, 3 good mages are already named. And you go for the Valentina. Okay, buddy. I don't know about that. That's a pretty bad pick. Honestly speaking, she is underwhelming right now. There's not that many ultimates that can give her an advantage, just shown. Isushin, yes, you get a little bit of, I mean, ability to see, I mean, some vision on the enemy team, but I don't know. I don't think it's
tiny
worth.
stun. Yeah, it's not worth.
Minsitar.
Wait.
That's gonna give them
That's a good
a
ultimate.
big ultimate. That's a good. That's right there.
Wait. That's okay. Okay, this is a very strange draft we're seeing, at least for the early start. At least from Morocco, from game number 1, I believe that they had a game vision and a game plan for their setup. Maybe the game number 2 is gonna be same strategy.
Aurora
They are
as well.
going for a specific draft, but oh, Ivory Coast though.
Rigid Glacier, King Scaling. I mean, with Minsitar, I've been trying him a lot, and you can use that skill to that ult with your ultimate in combination. Just have a mini flicker basically, and it's gonna pull them back into the ultimate as well. But still, that's pretty hard because you have to have that specific angle. But I think you just picked it because of the Hayabusa. You can have the Cho, the Kalea. I mean, the YSS counters the Hayabusa. Gonna see a Hilda on the roaming position again. What will Ayato pick? Or will they ban the Kimi out, go for maybe a Granger or maybe a Irritant?
Perhaps could be an option. A lot of marksmen to pick from it, but Morocco instead got him banned out the usual. Believe that's a wise decision. They want to give their at least mages or squishy heroes a perfect chance, and this could be. Do you think, Zakoda, there's ever a world where the Ixia gets picked up here? No.
No.
Not a chance.
I mean,
Zero.
If they have I mean, it can work, but you need a Digi for the Ixia to work, because you can just walk out the ultimate of Ixia. That nothing you can do. It's like not Farsa. You just have in front of you. You have that area in front of you. You just jump out of it. What's the Ixia gonna do? Flicker to catch you, and that's a waste. But Garogacho gets banned out, and I'm expecting a Glue to get banned out from Morocco. Because Glue is still a pretty annoying team, either picked or banned. One of the two. And maybe a goal laner, which would be annoying, but I don't think Ayato is gonna stress over that. They're probably gonna ban out an XP. Oh, the clean?
What?
They're gonna go for something super squish. Hold on, they're gonna go for something squish. The Ranger, I feel, or not the 1-1. Absolute cinema, the 1-1 getting picked out.
But against Mr. Star in this setup, I mean, you could bait it out. Yeah, that's possible. But Ranger being banned here, I mean, it's narrowing down to the 1-1 being an option here, and we are on towards the second draft. Yeah. I mean, Irrital has the leverage with the sprint. You have a lot of mobility. And there's no exact single person from the side of Ivory Coast right now that can catch. So again, we're leaving it into the air for Morocco. Ayato locks in the Khalid.
I don't like that pick, especially into when YS says he has immunity, you cannot catch him. Kalea XP would have been so much better than Khalid. Just 1,000 years experience, man. Picking here. Even put that heal down XP and just swap it out, but you're gonna pick out that Hylos, and they don't really have burst on Morocco. They have the Valentina, which has a little bit of burst, but Khalid doesn't have burst. Hyla doesn't have burst. Hayabusa has a little bit of burst, but he's still a bit more of a sustainability damage dealer. It's so volatile, he can go maybe on the YSS, go on the Mister, go on the Aurora. The Brody! Okay, I think it's a 1-1 here. Come on. Pick it up
Come.
already. Get that cat girl. Come on. Just do it. Seal the deal. Go for the elite and just, another cat girl. Those are the only two I'm thinking of. Come on. Come on. I mean, Harriet as well, but he's a cat boy. But the Bruno?
What? Okay, I mean, I've sort of seen the idea of Morocco earlier before the Bruno's picked, maybe a dive composition, but now you're throwing me in for a loophole. I'm not so sure how this interaction is gonna go for these two drafts. These are very vivid and different drafts from what we're usually seeing, right?
I mean, it's gonna be a Minster on the XP, Hylos on the road.
Could be
Why is this gonna have to make the difference? Because they have a lot of stun on Ivory Coast, but Morocco has 2 stuns only, and 1 isn't considered a stun. And you're gonna have to rely on that Valentina just getting that early ability. I mean, over Minster and over the Aurora. So, really hard to tell. Really hard to call.
Very, very. I still feel like this is a very. I mean, I'm still hanging on towards the Valentino pick early on. This is again making your team very vulnerable to those early team fights here. And now, since we do see a lot of dive potential, 3 heroes, namely from the side of Morocco, who can pose a huge threat to the backline. But again, it's an Aurora. Pride of Ice is going to give that leverage that she needs to survive the early game. But folks, we are going on towards game number 2 of the Iesf Africa Qualifiers 2025. For this series, Ivory Coast versus Morocco.
I mean, we're gonna see the YSs already getting that leverage, just using that clear speed advantage she has. It already shows the difference in the clear speed. Hayabusa compared to YSs. Warcry in the hands of especially Den, and Killing Spree in Ange's hands. Kenji is, oh my god.
Oh. Wait. No way.
Hold on.
No way. Jump hollow.
Jump
Jump hollow. This early in the game. Kenji picking up the kill here. This all makes sense now. Maybe at least the early invades have been just so strong. It's
Why is
a
this
reverse
to invade?
What? But wait. Hang on, Orange before you present here. Anji's so low on HP. Nasty is going for the flicker and picks up the kill. This is a blunder for Ivory Coast right now. That's jungle being slowed down so much.
It's going to be a tank missing there as well on that experience lane. Look at freeze. Good freeze. SS?
Oh, could be an option here. Kenshin on towards the back. Instead, has to force out the flicker. So low on HP. Front line of Ivory Coast just deleted off the board. And there's another invade here. Oh, Shadow Kill is available online. He does have to land the Shadow here. Kenji is still low though. Has to back off. And now there's a pull here on towards Captain Rolex. But Kenshin, low on HP. Minions though, gonna soak up that damage and give him the survivability to escape in the nick of time as the Nasty dies once more. And Morocco is just so aggressive, even in game number 2.
That was a really bad display coming from the Hayabusa. He didn't allow the minions to go back. The YS is recalling and half HP. This is a really big mistake you shouldn't do as jungler. Yes, you have a Hilda invading, but you have a team next to you. What are they gonna do? They're already taking that turtle. And you're gonna lose farming speed and time. But in the top lane, already Ayato is already showing he's the leader. He's level 4 before the Brody. Got damage.
There's so much.
Oh my god.
There's the Rage Sandstorm. Kenji diving on towards Jump Hollow. But a nasty freeze from your Nasty is gonna take down Angie. Instead, here, Kenji. Gonna be marked by Vinci at least. Oh, I thought maybe could release the burst here, but Captain Rolex still hiding under the bush, marking down Angie once again. Yes, Hilda every single game has not been giving the jungler a break. Oh, there he is.
Just forcing out that skill 1 immunity. Either they're gonna just force invade Shin. What can he do? Baiting out the Raging Sandstorm?
Oh, once again here. Gumpolo targeted alongside Kenshin. Kenji here, just outspacing so far. Especially then though, not gonna risk any Ogi Shadow kill. And meanwhile, all the while, Angie in the bot lane, currently farming.
Shin really has no idea of what to do. He's getting constantly forced out by either the Shin or the Khalid or the Hilda. But look at that, he's just one-running them. And that's this.
Low HP. Oh, finish him off here. Crucial. Price though. Oh, hang on, Kenshin. Yeah, tries to go on. Procs the passive though. Rolex trying to save his teammate here. Dash it off into safety. Oh, blazing in. 2 for 1 right now as John Paul slows down Kenji. Nasty is also assisting alongside. And finally, a first kill going on towards the hands of Ivory Coast.
And taking a quick look at the items, we're gonna see the Hayabusa going for that dagger to give him that extra clear speed he needs, and for the Hunter Strike, same with Iesf, but he should go for the works instead. And the means they're going for a tank damage build, which is very weird. Either way, Malefic Gunpoint up by Brody. Genshin, nothing.
Melted.
He cannot
Just
sustain
melted.
it. Cannot sustain it.
I'm really liking this early, awareness of this side of Morocco here. I mean, took the King's Calling, was on cooldown, and went for a dive instead. Now, XP lanes being open, this is giving the opportunity for them to rotate over the top, maybe find someone. Look, again, Angie being marked.
When we're seeing, especially then, just taking out that wave, pushing towards the bottom, just allowing the dead wave to actually take the plating away. And the look at Jigsaw Storm.
Jigsaw Storm coming in alongside the glow spot wave with extra into the mid one to pick up the kill. There's a shutdown massively coming in, but Captain Rolex goes for the trade here. Still surviving. Hilda's super tanky. Does have the mobility escape, but can he survive? Yes, he does. She'll come in right on time, as especially then could go in for the Ogi Shadow kill, landing on the right target. Oh, Shadow not gonna be stacked here. Kenshin sparks a little bit of burst here, but not gonna risk it. Played it safe.
Eto is gonna be taking the turret down from what we are seeing on the minimap. Just allowing, especially then, to take advantage and push that bot lane turret. But look at Rolex. He doesn't have a care in the world.
Yep, we're seeing every single scenario, and the pressure has just been left and right every single time. Pops in Vigilant here alongside, give a little bit of stability, but Kenji doesn't really care. He's going to go for a dash maybe, but just only punished. Frozen once again, so much card control coming in as the Frigid Glacier lands, but again, there's a pull on towards Captain Rolex. Glow pathway being landed, but in backline, especially then it's the air. But King's Calling, massively drop, cancel of the Ogi Shadow kill. 2 plays down. That's a double kill for Angie as John Paul takes Kenji on the other hand, and Yunatsu trying to survive a little bit. Hayato all the way from top lane coming in to help the party. Vinci so low on HP, profile being popped, and there is the corner part memories, but a double kill going in. Bruno has the balls of steel.
Bruno does have balls made out of metal, but either way, taking a quick look at the gold earn graph, he has 5,000 gold already. In the second place we have especially, and Yanas is on the third. Da Vinci is falling super shortly behind, 1,000 gold behind. And I mean, looking at the jungler, it's 3 level difference. It was 5 a few seconds ago, but either way, Ayato getting his Berserker blade. But let's take a quick look at the replay.
Yep. I mean, it was just so crucial there, especially in coming from backline. A perfectly timed King's Calling, cancelling all of that out. I mean, Khalid couldn't back off, Hayabusa couldn't back off, and a double kill, massive for the team.
Meanwhile, there was happening a fight in the top lane did take place, giving a kill towards Team Ivory Coast. 3 kills actually. The Ogi Shadow kill.
Yeah. Massive here with a pick off here coming on towards the jungler, and he's just getting dead after that.
I mean, they evened out the gold gap as well. I'm on 2,000 gold difference, 2 kills as well. Basically, Kenshin is gonna be the playmaker. That's what they're hoping for. But especially then, it's just risking it for the biscuit. He's gonna get that war XP, just allowing him to sustain a lot more damage. Turtle did spawn in finally, but still, it's gonna be deciding if Yon Polo can open the map enough for Kenshin.
Yep, very well. So, I mean, it's a quite difficult task to also achieve, though. I mean, you can't go for a dive, but you're leaving your backline very open here. And we saw the potential of the dive from the side of Morocco.
I mean, Morocco is indeed in the lead, in towers as well, but still, it can all be turned around with one bad team fight. Only 3,000 gold gap. I don't think it matters as much right now. It matters a lot in the early game, but in the late game, not that much. In the mid game as well, a little bit. But Ayato is gonna be getting zoned out and just able to take that bot there as well. Genshin!
Oh, huge here. He's calling, but not gonna be missed there. But massive Frigid Glacier Purify on action, and the King Calling of their own from Morocco marches down forwards on towards Ivory Coast. They get 2 for nothing here.
It's all in the hands of Ayato, as was last game, but look at Kenji just on damage spawns yet again. AOG?
Yep, oh, survives on the Silver HP. Wait!
No!
Oh, almost! So close.
That ultimate, that Oak Shadow kill was just brutal. Look at Ayato, doesn't care.
Oh, massive stun there, and with Mounted Shocker, but Yanastis picks him off here. Alongside his stun, that's a 1-for-1 trade. King's Calling suggests maybe out-initiate this next fight here. Yanastis here has been quite a master with picking the precise ultimate in every scenario.
I mean, the only problem right now with the draft of Team Ivory Coast is the Mises are not having enough of a cooldown. I mean, not low cooldown to just spam King Scaling. That's the only thing he's missing, right? Just spamming out those ultimates is gonna win them the game. Even going maybe for, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a worthwhile item. Yes, you got that. Oh, attention!
Hang on, this could be a great play. He's calling, still saving it. Yeah, I thought he was gonna go for the hook here. Starts instead. What? Okay, that was a very proactive play, but that's one huge ultimate down. No, Lord spawning in.
2 huge ultimates down. Yisun Shin's ultimate, I mean, and Minsitar. I don't think that was the right spot.
Yeah, very much so, and that's just giving a huge advantage to the side of Morocco now. Lord's gonna be marching down bot lane, and most of the members are positioned. Oh, there's still possibly the quad shadows land, but because at half HP, he has to heal back up.
Not that big of a difference. Yisun Shin is 4 levels behind that Hayabusa. Either way, looking at the map presence, the Lord is gonna march down towards the bot lane, which doesn't have an inhibitor turret anymore. Not one of the turrets have their protecting, but look at Augie Shadow kill.
Yeah, very early
Sandstorm.
on, and that's the Raging Sandstorm just to pick up the kill. Kenji picking up the crucial jungler here, and the Flicker Kicks calling instead by the Valentina is main initiator for the side of Morocco as they get one by one. Killing spree for you, nasty. 3 members down is only X-Ren and Jump Hollow to defend this Lord, and the Soul Mage left remaining as he gets popped by the Valentina here, folks. Morocco is gonna take this series to a 2-0 sweep.
2-0 sweep in the hands of Morocco, as you mentioned. He played it extremely well, just giving to all the space he needed, all the time he needed, and especially then just farming the jungle of Yisun Shin. I mean, props to the roamer, props to the XP laner for just forcing out everything Yisun Shin has to offer, just choking him dry of everything. Not one blue buff, not one red buff. He got an uncontested. I mean,
Not
he
a
was
single.
so far behind. I mean, that was just the biggest game changer out there. But Linuel, let's take a quick look at the highlights. Let's see again a recap of what happened.
Just look at the damage there. So much burst potential. You have even the Vitalize being used, and again, the jungle pathing for Andre a little bit questionable in the early game.
That counterplay from Valentina really changed everything. The Raging Sandstorm as well, just allowing to bait out Minstar's Flicker. Yes, you did use your own, but you didn't die. You got 3 kills, you didn't get shut down. But look at Rook Shadow under the turret. Kenshin couldn't tank anything. The Raging Sandstorms as well, just always on the dot. But that was the game-changing moment right there. That King Scaling under a tier 3 turret. Still here as well.
Yep. A massive play there. And I mean, all those team fights first day one, it was just a perfectly timed and positioned case calling. And I mean, Yanasti saw this and again utilized it to their advantage instead. We were questioning the Valentina pick very early on, but I mean, just proves to show how much of a, I guess, seer Yanasti is. It's just you just saw the future.
I mean, Yanastis might be a future seer, but either Kenshin did an amazing jump with that Mister. The only bad thing he did was not building correctly. He was going for a hybrid build, if I'm not mistaken. He had that corrosion side as well, but didn't have anything to sustain the damage he was taking. He already had 3 damage dealers on the team. But still, again, huge props to Team Ivory Coast. I think we're gonna see more of them later on. I mean, not today. We're gonna follow Morocco. I mean, the champions of today's game. 7 turrets compared to the nil of Ivory Coast is a big deal. So let's take a quick look at the statistics, Linwell.
And they take a look at the match lasted 10 minutes here, and we see the potential best KD though going towards Yanastis. Once again, Valentina, man of the match, amazing plays, amazing ultimates, and amazing positioning.
Yeah, damage
and
deal,
deservedly so. 53k, that's a lot of damage.
It is indeed a lot. I mean, the Aurora is not that far behind her. Only 25-ish thousand damage, but still Hayabusa did a lot less than I was expecting him to do. He had so many targets, but they never really focused down on the goal lane. They just kept invading for Yisun Shin in the jungle. Even with the Mountain Shocker, he couldn't take his wave alone. But the big mistake, I think, this OSS did is not going for a Sky Piercer with a, with the magic shoes. I like to call them the clown shoes, the CDR boots shoes. It would allow him to get extra poking, extra ultimates, and the Sky Piercer like just allowing him to maybe turn it back around, because you do a ton of damage to you, but you lose a lot of damage late game because you cannot engage as aggressive as you do in the early game because you have more damage than they do in the early. But late, you don't.
Hold on there. I mean, yeah, what you say is true though, but I mean, we're gonna move on towards the statistics here. Highest goal obtained here, leaning towards the side of Morocco, 3k difference, meanwhile the highest damage taken. Once again, Morocco with, again, 30k difference, mostly probably on towards the Hilda and the Khalid, who are, again, the massive frontliners and towers. Again, once again, Morocco. Ivory Coast didn't even target single turret. They weren't even a space with. It was all jungle. Jungle was the game, and jungle was what made Morocco get the victory. And I mean, yeah,
complete domination coming from the side of Morocco.
Complete.
2 times they got the red side, but still that just gave them a lot of advantage. We were expecting other buffs, and other drafts, but still they just, I think, went for comfort picks. The Lilia maybe a comfort pick. Valentina, I believe, is a comfort pick as well. I really don't like this Hilda on the XP. Yes, I know it's aggressive, but you can just play it on the XP instead of the roam. Just go for something of a set, Guinevere, go for Khalid on the roam. Come on, just Hilda.
As a go. I mean, game's over. If the strategy worked at this point, I mean, you're just picking on straws here. Maybe it's because you've played with them. Maybe it's because you've seen them at their best, perhaps. But I mean, game
at their
one,
best, at their worst.
At the best of the worst, yep. And
I wanted that Ramos on jungle. I'm gonna probably message him afterwards and ask, why didn't you go Ramos on jungle? I was so excited. Next one, it's gonna be a hard game for them. It's gonna be against Egypt, if I'm not mistaken. A titan of the continent, I would say. The strongest in the region, if I'm not mistaken, as well. The final boss. It's gonna be crazy to watch, Lionel. I'm excited, but what are you expecting? Again, we just said that Kufra fits Egypt a lot. What do you think fits Morocco? From using their gameplay, what do you think? Which hero fits Morocco a lot?
Which hero? With how much they've shown the invade potential just from this series alone, it's gotta be the Hilda. Because then again, because she's tanky, she deals a ton of damage. She singles down all those targets here, which was namely the jungler. Every single game, jungler can breed. X-Borg, you have 2 lifelines with the frog armor, doesn't matter. Second game, you have immunity, you have vision, doesn't matter. You're just gonna brute force. It's just a bulky bruiser frontline with bulky damage, which, again, so far, for this series at least, is what the impression Morocco gave me.
Who knows? We're gonna see that after a short break. We're gonna give the teams a little time to prepare for the next and upcoming games. Not so short break, but a bit of a long break. I believe it's gonna be 1 or so hours. It's gonna be again, giving times to the team to pull off a little bit. Morocco showed us an amazing feat. It's gonna get them steampunked and ready to roll. But again, Egypt is upcoming next, so final boss, I think it's gonna be all from us. You're gonna hear from us in a short little while. Not that short, but still, you get what I'm saying. Be in the chat, get some snacks, get some food. Get something in this very hot summer heat. We're gonna be right back.
Assalamualaikum and welcome back everybody to the Iesf Africa 2025 Qualifiers. It's day one of the Group A stage, and we've had an intense match and an intense series previously, but second game going on towards here is going to be much more intense. Although I'm going to be a caster for this series, and joining alongside me is going to be none other than Zakota.
Hello again. We did say we're gonna have a little break that was a bit long, but still doesn't matter. We're gonna have a fire match upcoming right now. It's gonna be Egypt versus Team Morocco. We saw what Morocco was capable of. Now we're gonna see what Team Egypt is capable of. The Pharaohs, as it goes in history, the Pharaohs are one of the strongest nations in the world. But still, I'm excited to see, because I know the players are good from Team Egypt. I know the players are good from Team Morocco, even though I don't like their draft. But Linwell, are you excited? Tell me.
Oh, I am pretty excited. After game number one, we saw what Morocco had in store for us, and showed Ivory Coast again, gave them a run for their money. This time they'll be facing up against Egypt. So, like we mentioned earlier, Egypt, one of the top reigning teams for regions for Mlbb, to be looked out for at least in this group stage here. So, I'm interested to see if Morocco has a strategy in mind when facing up against these enemies.
I think picking comfort is going to be Team Morocco strategy, because you have to think about it. It's a best of 3 series. If you win the first game, it's going to secure it to be a best of 1. You win, you lose, you go to best of 3. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
If you play for comfort, win for comfort, that's going to be different. I have played, I have screamed, I have experienced what these players have. So it's, I can almost think what you're thinking, but sometimes the draft of Team Morocco is a bit, underwhelming. They have a wild idea of drafting, but I think with versus Team Egypt, they're gonna just, go a bit more meta-centralized. You get what I'm saying, if you catch my drift.
Yeah. I guess the word which you would be going for is unorthodox and unexpected, which normally, if you're setting up and preparing for facing off against specific enemies, I guess comes in handy. But then again, how much more are you risking to... if you're risking the draft, you're risking potential early game, which so far, at least for the previous series, we saw Moroccan very reliant on that early snowball, very reliant on being a nuisance towards the jungle here. So I don't know, is Egypt gonna give them a tough time here?
I believe Egypt is gonna give them a hell of a time, but even so, we're gonna have Kenji, Smaya, Alpha, Jockey, and Speedy on the team roster of Egypt. Amir Mohammed, Ahmed Mustafa, Ahmed Ali, Khalid Abdullah, and Bilal Dabba. These are going to be the players on Team Egypt. They need no interaction mode of the people watching, but they are extremely good players. I know Smile is a monster, Alpha is a monster, Jockey is a monster, Kenji, again, another Kenji today is a monster, but Speedy is... Speedy's gold is really good, but still, it's not one of my favorites. He's not my top priority pick, but I know Smile is incredible, and I know the rest of the team Egypt is extremely good. It's not the one I was expecting this year, but still, I'm still, happy to see some familiar names.
Indeed. It's, since you've seen familiar names, you're going to be expecting familiar gameplay, at least moving on to the draft. But for now, though, we're looking at Team Morocco's roster here. From the top, Ayato, Super Rival, Dynasties, Captain Rolex, as well as Kenji. Once again, like you said, 2 Kenjis here. And Mosab, Samodi, Ayub, Blilek. How do you say that? I'm sorry for that. Pronunciation, Blalek. Okay. Amer Bouamar, Khalil Abadui, and Taha Alami. So this is going to be quite an interesting game to see here. We've seen Moroccan's gameplay, and Egypt, again, a lot of expectations. So it's going to be quite a clash here to be seen.
It's going to be an interesting game again. It's going to be the last game on stream today. It's going to be a best of 3 series. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait to get into the draft, Linwell. I expect Team Egypt to win most of the drafts, but still, you can't take away the pride and, the mental of Team Morocco. They won first game already today on stream. They're going to have something to go based on. They already played a little bit. They're fired up. They're ready to run the engines, Their minds are locked in on the game. Of course, with the 1 hour break, giving them a little bit of time to think about what's going to happen in them following game. But still, Who do you have for winning here? Because you already know who my pick is. What do you have?
So I'm gonna pick for Morocco here, for certain.
You're going Morocco?
No, sorry, I didn't understand that question.
I mean, I was
Could you
asking who do you have for
elaborate?
favorites? You already know my favorite. My
Oh.
favorite team right now between these two is Egypt. Which is your favorite, Morocco or Egypt? Which would you choose?
I mean, we've seen Morocco's gameplay, but again, it's not really in my style, at least with the way how they start off. So I gotta stick with you alongside Egypt again. Still though, could be biased, could be, I mean, a different story to be told. Nonetheless though, I'm pretty interested in the goal lane skirmish that's gonna be coming in forwards.
Definitely, I think the goalers are the strongest right now. Even though I think Hayato has a little bit of an edge of speedy, but we're gonna see a few. I mean, normal bans, the Matila is gonna get banned now. I'm expecting the Uranus to be respect ban from Morocco, same as the Yisun Shin, or maybe even the Farsa.
There it is.
And you have to think a lot. These two teams are top tier, they're tier 1. There will be a tier 2, there will be tier 1. So we can't discredit their drafts. They have to put a lot of thought behind, because as we know, 80% of the game is just a draft. If you have a bad draft, you won't win, you won't have anything to do with the game. Even if you play well macro wise, it's still the draft. It's gonna carry. Again, the Farsa, as I said, is gonna get banned out. I'm expecting the Kimi to go as well. But Zhu Zetian, I don't really like as a ban. She is good, but still not that great to deserve a ban. So she excels with an Irritel on the team mostly, or something of a chase-ish composition, but still, I don't think it's worth a ban spot. Kimi is a bit more abusive. There's so many choices here.
Indeed. And the question is though, I mean, so far there's gonna be some here track, but once are Morocco willing to sacrifice is the main deal right now, with Granger being banned off here. I guess giving the ledge over to Ayato, or maybe he might just go for Moscow very early on in the first game.
I mean, on the table, on the goal lane, as you said, 1-1 Moscow, Irritel, Altri available, Altri extremely good Martin. Then there's the Ixia possibility, Harit possibility, and if I'm not mistaken, the Nathan possibility. But still, those are 3-tier picks. However, Lancelot is open, Yisun Shin is open. I mean, Suyu open, Fani open, 4 extremely strong picks on the jungle. And there's a few that I haven't mentioned that are still extremely strong, but you know, it's a little bit different. But the Kimi is gonna get banned out as well, not allowing anyone to take it. And I think Morocco has to ban out the Wu Zetian or the Zhuxin. I know Smile likes to play the Zhuxin a lot because it's a very abusive mage. It's a bruiser type of mage. It's always in your face, does a ton of damage, slows you down, knocks you up. Just a nuisance, right?
And it's still a very annoying hero to play against if you're going for a weight composition, which I'm still hanging on to the tables, but it might be a different story. Then again, they could go for a trade. Lapu being banned. Oh.
Will they throw the Zetian or the Zhuxin as a first pick for Team Egypt? I think that's the only way to go. The Zhuxin has to go first. No, the YSS actually. Hold on.
Yeah, that's pretty smart here coming in. You could trade the other. They can't pick both here. Instead,
Morocco has Lancelot still.
Yeah.
Morocco still has Lancelot, just a kind of direct counter to Yisun because you can immune his skills. Thorn Rose, you know, you have so many choices, but you're gonna see Ayato, the Roger gold lane possibility. I really like that. And the Hilda yet again.
Signature pick here. Once again, my captain alongside locked in. But Egypt, yeah, this is the solution, right? They're gonna take it in.
Baksha on the roaming position, Zhuxin, Zetian available. 2 strong heroes in this core that I already picked. I mean, I think it's gonna be Egypt's draft already. Hilda and Roger, okay, risky, extremely risky. Both of these two. Hilda has fallen out of favor in the meta. Right now is being favored by Lapu Lapu, Uranus, Yuzhong. I mean, these types of lifesteal hero, even the Esmeralda is good, but the Arlot as well, left unmarked. A big win towards Team Egypt's draft, I think. I already have my favorite. I mean, absolute cinema draft from Team Egypt. Really nice. I love it.
Lots of flexibility, a lot of openings here. And again, this next second bans are going to be pretty much even. But now, Morocco, what do they want to take before here? Roger could be flexed
There's Zetian. The Zetian. They need to take the Zetian here. I think the Zetian, they ban the Jukshin, and they leave Egypt with no possible mage besides the Luo Yi, which I can think of, but they can ban that out as well, because the gold laner is probably gonna get... Oh, Xborg?
What? Wait,
Xborg
against this
on
competition?
Xborg on the jungle or on the experience lane. Hold on, this is interesting.
Okay, yeah.
To say the least.
Very. I mean, if
the Valentina? Okay, this is...
Okay, we're gonna take a step back here to register at least what Morocco is going for their draft, but Egypt on the other hand, running off the Lilia. I mean, they've seen the playstyle of Morocco, so expecting a host dive composition, they don't want to give that early leverage. They need their level of wars pretty soon. If Yushin falls off the jungle, it's pretty hard to deal, but Egypt
running out of Moscow, living out, and the Kagura getting banned out as well. Just, I mean, that's the cult I want to pick the Zetian, because Kagura Purify counters Zetian's passive, but that leaves Jukshin up on the table. Do they want to bait out the Zetian? What do you think?
Well,
because with the Jukshin, they're gonna give Arlott a passive stack and allow him to dash more, but they will need a magic dealer on the goal lane, which could work in the way of Nate, and Harriet is right now out of the favor. I mean, it's so hard. So many great picks.
Indeed. Honestly, I'm seeing a very good situation for Nathan here in this case. Quick get out, quick get in, a lot of burst potential.
Into a Roger though.
But I mean, he still could outspace, just, you know, clear off the minion's last hit from a distance, which we see impossible. But
Lunox on the mid lane to counter out of Bakshas, and Arlott's final slash. I don't know about it. The Bruno's gonna get picked out on the goal lane. That was a hero we forgot about, and we saw how dominant it was in game number 2 versus Ivory Coast. But what will Smile pick on the mid lane? The Zetian? Or will they go for the Jukshin, which is a safe pick?
Could be
Zetian,
neither.
A bit more risky. I don't think it's gonna be neither. I think it's either of the two.
Well, I
what
mean,
else? I mean, the Nana could work here. The Nana could work here, but still, I don't think it's enough. The magic damage.
Well, it's a little bit of a strange. Maybe I'm still thinking.
Arsa's ban, Kimi's ban, Lilia's ban, Kagura's ban,
Adita?
Valentina's ban, 5 mage bans. I don't know. I think the Zetian. Oh, Novaria?
Oh.
That's very odd.
But you can see the synergy though. Yeah, the synergy is there with the Astral Echo. And then again, you give the
free target.
Oh, yeah.
This is a really hard draft. I would have picked out the Zetian still, because you have an anti-dive hero. Kenji is going to be on the Xborg XP lane versus an Arlott. I don't know how that trade goes, because I think that favors a lot of the Arlott. Baksha on the roaming position. This is hard. This is a hard game. I still think Egypt won it because of the Yisun Shin, Baksha, Arlott. But Morocco has a chance for a comeback with that. I mean, it's a Roger goal lane. It's going to be dominating the lane, because you have that the Prowl. You can just dive. 3 damage for no reason. And you have a CC immunity.
The old problem
the Novaria I really don't like. I don't.
The Novaria is going to get marked a lot here in every single scenario. I mean, by Hilda, maybe.
It's Smile at the end of the day. It's Smile.
Yeah.
He's going to play extremely well.
Yeah. I mean, positioning-wise, probably, like you said. But then again, at what cost here for the team structure? Still, though, like you said, Egypt's draft is looking pretty solid. But again, Morocco's draft, it's very unorthodox, I'd say. I was expecting a little bit more crowd control from their team, for at least a single member, because you only have Hilda with the wild charge, I guess, maybe. But we're off to the start, folks. It's game number 2 of day 1 in the Iesf Africa Qualifiers 2025. Egypt versus Morocco, folks. First of the series.
The YSS is doing an amazing job taking that buff, just getting a lot of help from Super Mario. Zenji is already losing the lane. I mean, they're gonna try to invade. They could,
again?
But it's a Lunox in the early game. I don't know.
Very risky here.
Morocco's armor's popped out already. Arlott is on his way. I think there's gonna be a team fighting honor of Egypt. Like on the top lane, Bruno is winning. The trades already.
Oh, burst coming in here, and we see the rotates coming in from Hayabusa also towards the top lane side. We might see maybe a potential engage from the side of Morocco.
Arlott, look at the Arlott doing a ton of damage to Kenji, just forcing him out, allowing the minions to be killed. Look at Super Mario. He's gonna try to maybe possibly tower dive and help Alpha get the kill. The Froga armor is back. Novaria is gonna try to snipe it out and give, you know, a big shot towards Alpha's economy.
You know,
Waves have
vision
been
been given.
frozen.
Multi-shocker. And Nasty is the next target here. That first blood going on towards Awa. Because also used here. Huge play from side Egypt.
Retribution has been used as well. He has a red retribution on Yisun. That's gonna be a Sky Piercer, I believe. But look at Captain Rolex just doing a ton of damage to Cap Super Mario, but manages to dodge that quad shadow attack. Kenji is still a lot of XP behind. I mean, Alpha is in the lead. He's holding the lane down, but Rolex is gonna probably help him up. The top lane Bruno is still winning. The Turtle has spawned in 1 kill in the favor of Egypt. 100 gold difference. Not a lot, but Smile is finally getting his level 4, but Turtle goes in the hands of Morocco. Yanas is gonna take the retribution away from Hayabusa still. There's gonna be a few extra, survivability points towards the Lunas, but look at Rolex. They're looking for a team fight. Kenji's there, level 4.
Yeah. Well, Joker launches in, but Astral Echo just maybe pushing them back instead. It's gonna be a re-engage here. Stun huge by Awa though. That's insanity to maybe buy a little bit of time, flicker out into safety, and no kills falling off the board there. Unfortunate.
Retribution used, Revitalize used by the side of Egypt, but a flicker. A flicker is worth more than a retribution, in my honest opinion. So I think that's still trade in favor of Egypt. Roger is gonna go for the Wind Tucker first item. I believe Owl is gonna go for a Hunter Strike. He's gonna go directly to the War Axe, but look at Speedy.
Oh, Shadow kill. Ontour's not Speedy, but still not being landed. Like a bots coming in. Iron Top getting the first kill. Next target. It's not Speedy. So low HP, but still surviving. Gets away with danger, but Captain Rolex not gonna let the sacrifice be in vain. And guess go for a 1-for-1 trade right now. Oof. That is
Lunox is going towards the top lane. Smile has no mana left. He's forced to recall. That was a very good trade coming from Speedy. He took down the marksman and he almost took down the roamer as well on the same trade. Just that word, it changed everything. But in the bottom, we're going to see a fight cooking up. I believe the Arlot and the Yisushin are going to team up. But look at Speedy. He doesn't expect these. Super Mario goes in the bush to check it. Let's punish a little bit.
The potion needs to stank a little bit. And Awan picking up the kill instead. Nasty also popping the Chaos Ultimate, but not Speedy, the next target. Looks like Morocco will be diving in. Astral Echo to just give a range buff in here. Like and Pounce also being used and Brilliance alongside the OG Shadow kill as all 3 ultimates popped on towards this Bruno as Morocco falls back after a huge kill.
Lux also used her Chaos abilities, but in the bot lane, the Yisun Shin got a kill on the Xborg, allowing him to take another kill under his belt, allowing him to farm a little bit more. It's still an even Steven trade, only 1 kill difference and about 1000 gold. That's not a lot, considering it's so early in the game for me. It's in 1/3 it could be the difference. But Smile hasn't been putting in the work as Zuxin or as Zetian would have. Hunter Strike finally picked up by the Hayabusa. He has his retribution ready. He has that Warcry available as well to do a ton of extra damage. But look at Alpha just taking down Captain Rolex. 5 versus 5 in the top lane. They're gonna try to go all out for a certain Monster Tracker used.
Lost Speedy though, a little bit late. Vardy's so far 4v5 here. Monty Choker could be a great initiate if he finds the right targets, but spacing for Morocco is pretty solid here. But comes in as the backline being dived here, and now Speedy picks up the kill as Awa gets Eternal, but at what cost? Because Yanasti picks him off. That's 2-for-1 right now, and it's a double kill for Morocco. Still Speedy chasing in with a blinker. Get Yanasti on towards especially then puts Shadow to escape, but Captain Rolex trying to chase him with a conceal. No, he doesn't have the damage necessary and has to fall back.
Captain Rolex all alone defend the mid lane. Terry Kenshi stop the recall. His Veruga armor is back, especially then also is on 1 HP. A risky dive could be there. Still Smile!
What a huge snipe there. Astral Meteor landing in, and again, especially then solo HP, risking it all. That's insanity to just clear the minions and Egypt going back. But Smiley. Just trying to maybe
Speedy is there to protect Smile, but look at Yisun Shin. He has a free lane in the bottom. He's gonna get that crab as well, getting that minion card as well, and pushing a bit of the turret plating. But still, Captain Rolex has been doing an amazing job just zolding out on the mid lane. Look at Alpha though, just punishing down Ayato. Final slash!
Final slash coming in. Oh, flickers right away into safety. Had the blade save and a good call to make.
Sunshin did push out that bot lane turret as well, but look at Captain Rolex just poking down on Alpha.
Chaos coming in alongside Nasty. So low on HP, has popped the Brilliance to sort of escape alongside the last Insanity, but Super Mario targeting on towards Captain Rolex. Has to force another flicker there. That's 3 flickers gone down the drain. But just to play it safe, looks like Egypt will be trying to push the top lane turret alongside Super Mario. Still has a turtle person, and if he wants to tank those first damage coming in, Astral Meter coming in also. All right, tankiness a little bit being done, but doesn't matter. Genji pulling back on like a bounce there, Rifleites to maybe heal them back. But meanwhile, the other side of the map, Ahwat gets the kill onwards, especially then as another turret falls. Captain Rolex engaging alone without his team. Does he get away? He does! Wait, hang on, never right. Switchy says no to that and lands a huge Astral Meteor. Clean him off.
Off camera, Awad has been doing an amazing job. He took the mid lane turret down and he's taking out that turret as well. He's gonna make a turtle swoop. Come on now, and he's gonna take that bot lane wave as well. The crab, I mean, so much XP in his way. It's almost a 2-level difference between these junglers. The gold gap right now in favor of Team Egypt, 1,500 or so gold. Ayato's gonna take that double green buff, as we like to call it, but still, it can go both ways. Both of these teams have a good draft. It's just who engages first and who uses the most abilities. So still play
coming in here, but the fight's gonna be a little bit dispersed. Forces spread around the map. Arwa just might go in for a mounted choker. A final slash combo coming out towards Captain Rolex as Arwa picks up the kill. Astral Echo to just zone out the rest of Morocco. As slowly, one by one, Egypt is picking the pieces which they need.
One Astral Meteor taking down Yanastis to below half HP. That's a ton of damage considering the fact that Sanchez doesn't have a lot of items. Think about items, he picks up the Living Truncheon and Super Mario gets marked by the Quad Shadows, but still, the top turret might be getting a lot of damage from those 4 minions there.
Huge snipe coming in. Yep. And now, since we're on towards the 8 minutes of mark, after a minute or so, the Lord's going to be spawning in. It's going to be a crucial objective here for the both teams to contest.
I believe the Roger finally got his endless battle, allowing him to heal a little bit more whenever he does a basic attack and a skill. But look at Awad, he doesn't care, he just uses a lot of utility 2 levels ahead. As we said, he's going to take his blue buff Naruto to the top lane and try to push that tower as well as they did on bot. Just looking for a fight. Super Mario just distracting the enemies. There was a big loss for Team Egypt.
Oh, Speedy just might be in trouble here. Of nature might be used. No last insanity with the flicker revitalize, still keeping healthy though. Still surviving. Dashing out into safety. Yanastis onto Super Mario so low on HP. Like a boss coming in. This dog is hungry. Ayato gets another kill though. Mountain Shocker coming in, but it's all alone. Is he gonna 1v3? He's doing a lot of burst damage, but the Ogi Shadow kill gets him down, and a massive shutdown here for Morocco. That's not Speedy. Tries to get something, but it's just too far. Conceal play coming in also just to escape.
Speedy and Smile are going to target down that mid lane turret, allowing them to have extra range in the jungle of Team Morocco. But even so, Awad finally falls down at hands of, especially then, he got a lot of gold and a ton of XP. He's only closing down the gap by 1 level, but still 2,000 or so gold lead. I would like to take a quick look at the items to see what is being built and what is happening, but we're going to see the lore being poked down by Speedy. Just waiting for Awad to get there. Kenji cannot do anything. He can maybe help using the Retribution line to give Hayabusa a ton of damage with that last Insanity. But still, it can go both ways. Awad is going to target that Lord yet again. So much damage, the Mountain Shocker poked, revealing every single enemy. Alpha is looking for a play, I assume. He has that final slash combination ready. Super Mario with a revitalized. Speedy doesn't have the flicker, which is gonna be a probably big gameplay problem. But still, so I mean, the Roger doesn't have it, the healer doesn't have it, and Kenji is about to get it in 25 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Low squad shadows.
And now, I mean, the teams are just playing around, waiting for the correct opportunity. Not being given though. Looks like the Lord will be the main priority for side of Egypt though, unless they're baiting out Super Mario and Captain Rolex just having a concealed battle on the back line. Retribution now was gonna pick up the kill with all the shadow jumping onto his Alpha. Fire slash just to get the Yanastis here as he tries to dive in, but all for naught as 3 members of Morocco fall, even the Lord going to the hands of Egypt.
3 people falling down before a Lord march is a big thing. Lord is about to be marching down the mid lane in 3 seconds or so, especially then hurts a ton. Super Mario cannot do much, just trying to look for a player. Vitalize lady. Alpha has a final slash flicker as well. But this is looking like a game end to me. Linwell, tell me, what do you think? Look at this. The lead from Team Egypt is huge.
Yeah, I mean, they still have their flicker also ready, which is such a huge thing. Now they're looking to close it up. Both teams, all abilities ready also, just need to time it right. Vitalize, you just keep Alpha healthy, watch shadows on towards the backline, but again, this is one ability down though. Lord being chunked there, pulled towards the top lane, really smart move by Morocco, but Ferrari armor super low. Kenji can't really go in, has to regen and maybe out-sustain as one by one. They make their trip to the fountain. But slowly by slowly, they still managed to defend as Egypt didn't see the vision to end it off. But top lane could be used, maybe. Mid lane minions also marching down. Here, 5v4 scenario right now. If Egypt wants to go in, another wave of minions pop now for their side here. Possibly Astral Echo landing alongside Super Mario, leading charge. But final slash on towards the backline, gets this one, not two. Here, Yanasti in the next option, but Alpha still healthy. Gonna be falling though. Quad Shadow on towards backline, not finding the right target. But Mountain Shocker stunning him in place, giving a killing spree to Smidgy as one by one Egypt slowly takes down their opponents. And it's just Kenji left to defend. Frag armor broken into pieces as Morocco breaks their inhibitor and Egypt takes game number 1.
And it's a big play coming in from Egypt. They were just hunting down every objective. They lost one turtle, but still, I think that was one of their plans. Give the turtle, win the game, just allowing the Yisunshin to take that extra gold on the XP lane and the extra XP as well. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He played extremely well. I think Our gets the MVP. Right now, he was getting that crab, he was getting that wave, he was getting that tower plating as well. But look at the other Ogi Sharakis were on point. Just really out punishing down. But look at his play.
This play was so unfortunate though. I mean, Ayato almost had a kill, Kukev traded, but now, I mean, he got taken off. And again, like we're pointing out about Awad here, his Mountain Shocker is just so precise every single time. And landed on towards, especially then every single scenario when he wanted to go in. This time they did manage to take him down, but again, the combo with the Astral Echo and Final Slash is just so consistent here. The game plan for Egypt is so well made.
Just giving that extra range for abilities is a big thing coming in from Smile, as you said, but got to give props again to Awad. He played it extremely well, just comboing with, I mean, Alpha
just right
every
there.
time.
Yeah.
Again, like just Final Slash. I mean, so much Mountain Shocker. I mean, I think they shocked too many mountains. What can they do? It's gonna fall down and collapse. Look at that double kill.
Oof. So clean. This is the Yushin you want in your games here.
Annihilation.
Even this third low fight here, waiting out Rechi, and then picking them off one by one. And Nash tried to jump in, Nasties, but again, just into the line stand.
Not much you can do. They already had that rolling momentum, as you said in the previous game. As soon as that momentum starts, how can you stop it? I mean, Yanastis was really locked out of jungle. I mean, maybe this game, but Jukshin was open, Zetian was open, so many picks. But look at this complete and utter domination in team fights. This is the skill difference between casual players and professional players.
You know what made
still,
the entire
they played it
change?
extremely well. I mean, it was too close. I was extremely close.
Yep, but like the most important game-changing moment was that last Mountain Shocker there on towards Hayabusa there. Stunning him right before the Ogi Shadow kill, because that was a definite 2 kills for sure for Morocco if they had the opportunity, which again, especially then, didn't really land any of the Quad Shadows.
I mean, Ayato has an interesting build on the rotor. He did not go for the Works, he went for the Great Dragon Spear to allow him to get that extra chase ability, movement speed. But even so, Hayabusa's build also, I don't think it is the game. I think he should have went for a Blade of Despair instead of the Warx to allow him to take a ton more damage towards the battlefield. Isushin was squishy, Bruno was squishy, Novaria squishy, 3 squishies. You don't have to worry about it because you have the X-Borg to deal with the tanks. And the Lunox as well. You have already 2 heroes to deal with the tanks. The Hilda here was, I think, the worst possible pick. Maybe on the experience lane and replace the X-Borg with something with a bit of CC, because that's what you lack. They have Arlo, they have Bakshat, they have Bruno, they have Yisunshin. All of those heroes have a stun. Helping with the Novaria's Astral Echo, just increasing the range by 1.5, if I'm not mistaken.
It's huge.
Just huge. huge difference. One
Yep,
stun
very
to
much.
no stun, basically.
Yeah, that final reach.
Can you consider heal that
Yeah.
stun? It's a bruise. It's a bruiser.
Mm-hmm.
But here, a quick breakdown, please, Linwell.
Yep, we'll be looking into the statistics here. Highest goal obtained on towards Egypt here with a 2.5k difference here. And damage taken on the side of Morocco here with a 10k difference, mostly from the Hilde as well as the export, soaking all that burst potential. But again, a lot of split push here done by Egypt with the Bruno, the Arlott, and even the Yushun being such mobile characters who have a very flexible, I'd say, get in and get out skills here. And most objectives taken here from the side of Egypt is 218, 2 turtles, 1 lord, 8 turrets, and for Morocco, 1 turtle and 2 turrets here. And like the 1 total they give in the beginning, I mean, that was a message Egypt was saying, it's once all you get.
I mean, it is a strategy in the current meta to give 1 turret to take the objects and focus on farming now, because you're going to be so far ahead of the enemy jungler that you're not going to be able to notice the difference between 1 turtle and... I mean, it's risky. The turtle got buffed recently, as we know, but it's still not much. The early game turtle can be ignored. The first turtle, the second turtle, you can't let them go on check, as that's going to give them a bigger lead if they're already winning the snowball, which Team Morocco was.
Yeah.
But still, game number 1 out of the best of 3 series. We saw how strong Morocco was. I think they can turn it around if they just fix their draft. The draft was the biggest mistake. I think the Xborg had no connection with anyone in the team. He was a frontline. Maybe even if he went for a Yuzhong, something, a bruise. Padan was open. Something to stop that Iesf, something to stop that Navarra, something to stop that Bruno as well. He didn't have a lockdown stun. Kalea, Cho, 2 great picks on the roam. But I like to go... I mean, I hate to go as a wise into it because, yes, you can bait them out. But if you're a good Kalea, if you're a good Cho, bait the Iesf, kill 1 first and go in with that ultimate, you know? It's a good draw because it's a single lockdown. But with that, Linwell, let's give the players a short little break. We're gonna be right back.
All right. Assalamualaikum and welcome back everyone to the Iesf Africa Qualifiers 2025 day 1 of the Group A stage here. We've had Egypt versus Morocco for game number 1, Egypt taking the victory. We're on to game number 2 and it's gonna be pretty exciting to see if Morocco can make a comeback at this stage.
I mean, I think Morocco can definitely make a comeback, but they have to forget that Hilda. That Hilda was the hindrance of the game, and that Exborg as well. You need in this meta a stun. Meta has always been fixated on stuns, even a suppress, a Kaja, a Frank, or something to lock down important parts of Team Egypt's draft. I mean, Novaria couldn't catch with Hayabusa Yopik for no reason. Izunshin was getting better farm, taking turrets, just being ever on the map, being a nuisance, Mountain Shocker revealing you, and just getting extra damage that the second phase of the ultimate. Alpha on that Arlot, always in their face. But I mean, that Hilda, no sense. It's a good pick once. Do it as a pocket pick. You keep it in your pocket. This team, you know, you can go invade heavy composition. But this team has been playing for so long. These players have been playing for so long. I think they know how to counter a Hilda. I mean, it's not a scary pick, right? You go Fanny, you go Link, you go Hayabusa. They're a bit more of a threat if you have a Hilda because you can go early invade and poke them down. I don't think it's wise to go invade a Fanny, invade a Hayabusa, especially in a tournament setting. Rank different thing, tournament setting bigger different thing.
And Zagola, here's the case also. Since you have the Yishun Shin, I mean, the reveal is such a huge thing because so far the way how Morocco has been playing it out, they're going for these ambushes, and who can check bushes? Novaria. We have the Yishun Shin, huge global reveal, which again, even if not global, a very large area. I
mean, the Astral Echo, as you said, reveals a lot, gives you that extra improved ability range. I mean, even basic Speedy was just having a field day. He had that Malefic Roar, I mean, the Malefic Gun giving me extra range as well. Novaria 1.5 rage increase on the hitbox as well.
Multipliers.
You know, this is already multiplier on top of multipliers. I mean, what can you do to him? Honestly, the Bruno was untouchable. Even if you dived him, he was just tanking so much damage as soon as he got that Huskler on the second turtle. You couldn't touch him. He was untouchable. He was just out healing everything.
And you know what else could have helped him also? Again, the Baksha with the Revitalize saved him so many situations where he was very low. Again, the export tried to catch him off, Revitalize, poof, just made him back into safe HP, dash out into safety. Instead, now leaving Morocco, who were on the chase, very vulnerable to all those astral meteors, which, again, Smidgy landed so many times perfectly. This Novaria, it was a pretty difficult play, but it made Egypt made it work with just how much they were baiting Morocco to dive them.
I mean, I did tell you that Smile's positioning is gonna be insane on the mage, whatever he picks.
Yeah,
I was expecting a Jukshin, I was expecting a Zetian, but he picked an Ivory, which is a bit of an unexpected pick, but I saw how much damage it did the squishes. Half HP, minute 8. Well, Lunox is extremely hurt. I mean, you get slapped, you know? Yeah, you don't feel it. You get punched, you're gonna feel it. You know? In the early game, it's a slap on the wrist. In the late game, mid game, it's gonna be a punch in the face. But still, that's only game number 1. There's going to be a best of 3. There's going to be 2 chances for Team Morocco to turn it around. I mean, 1 chance right here.
Yeah, right now.
I mean, who knows? Will it go to a full series? Will it stay a 2 section? It's so draft reliant nowadays that you cannot just pick a hero and just, you know, roll with it.
Yep, very well said.
There are so many good possible jungles that aren't picked. Gushan, extremely strong, underrated. Lancelot, extremely strong, not underrated. Roger can work, but I don't think it's a good pick nowadays because he doesn't have that extra defense. Isun we saw how strong he was. Hayabusa can work into extremely light CC team comps, but still, I think it's enough of the yapping. Isun is gonna get banned out. Granger, Bruno falling out the door as well. Kimi as well. 4 marksmen banned out straight already. Man, this is gonna be a complete slaughter. If the Farsa doesn't get banned out, I think Morocco gonna win. If Egypt picks the Farsa, I think it's GG. That's what I'm saying, man.
I mean,
what I'm saying.
Oh wait, they're the ones who banned it off, But again,
they don't want to pick it, maybe.
Yeah, I guess instead, like you said, Smidgy, a really good mage player who is very flexible. So now, I mean, because of the fact he can be flexed into any single mage. So now instead, Morocco here. What hero do they not want to give towards Egypt?
Ranos. ban Uranus right now.
Oh, there
big
is.
boy. Uranus getting banned out. If they let Uranus out, you have him on the jungle. You have him on the XP. I mean, the teams have been flipped, by the way. First pick is going to go to Team Morocco, just so you guys know. But the Baksha first pick is going to be interesting. I wonder what you're going to pick to counter. Would they go for the Zetian, Zhuxin, or... I mean, the king is banned out, so those two are possible measures. Novari, as well, we've seen it in the hands of Smile, is going to be, 50-50, but the Arlot on the table, Lapu on the table, Yuzhong on the table, 3 strong XP laners. What else would be a good first pick? Moscow Lancelot, maybe.
Ooh, wait.
Arlot Lancelot.
Oh, the Arlot,
Moscow.
Okay, I mean, we saw a lot of Arlot previously in the EU scene, but now seeing that in the Iesf Africa 2025 qualifiers, I mean, I'm pretty stoked here, since how much of an impact this Arla is going to be into the whole meta, because again, now teams are going to be encouraged to pick it more often.
I think it's going to be a Fredrin jungle coming in from Team Egypt. I can feel it in my bones. I can just feel it. It's
So
going to be
much
Arlot
control.
on the ROM, Fredrin on the XP, and they're going to pick out a Burst Mage, even an Aurora or maybe a Zetian to just help him speed up. But the Minotaur Zetian is going to get picked up by Team Morocco. Extremely strong early game. That's just going to say that the Baksha is going to go towards the XP side. I mean, it can still be flex in the jungle, but I don't think it's going to be as good anymore. But Smitch is going to take that Valentina out just to take the Minotaur, to take the Zetian. Even the Baksha's Torches Piscians is going to be an insane defense increase. Because he can sustain a little bit more damage and it's going to be different. But what will Awad ban? Will they ban out the jungle? Will they ban out the Hayabusa? Suyu, I think that's gonna be what they're gonna go for in bans. Hayabusa Suyu or Lancelot Suyu.
Well,
either of these two. Lancelot has to go because you're gonna. I mean, Egypt's gonna have first pick.
Hayabusa probably not, because again they have a lot of flexibility with the CC here from Moscow and the Arlot. Since you did mention Arlot could be into the wrong position, slot it out with the Petrify can be a great play. I mean, usually run Flicker, but again, one-on-one pretty great. Morocco though, and stack with a CC here. Egypt, what are you thinking?
I think I was gonna say that Egyptians are gonna ban out the Irrital, just denying them the damage on the goal lane. They're gonna be stuck. Bruno is out, Ranger out, one out, Irrital out. 4 marksmen. Extremely good marksman. Moscow picked up by Team Egypt. What are they gonna go and answer with? What will they ban? Will they ban out the jungle? Will they ban out that Lancelot that's so dear to Egypt? I mean, I feel like Awad is gonna go crazy on the Lancelot. You have the Baksha, you have the Zetian, the Alice. They wanted to go for it. That's okay. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Morocco. You interest me.
Well, I mean,
but the Lancelot is still open. Into a Minotaur is still extremely good because of the Thorn Rose. Nolan open on the table, but the Lapu, as I said.
Wait.
Absolute cinema.
Is this cooked? Is this cooked? Are Moroccans cooked here in this draft?
Morocco is cooked. If Awad picks up that Fredrin, if he picks a refrigerator boy, it's over. It's over.
Oh, I mean, this just might be it, folks, for Morocco here. Egypt looking for a very strong draft now. Morocco has to answer back. Their backline a little bit vulnerable here, with SOD being such a massive play, and even the Lapu. So, I mean, positioning-wise, what are you gonna do?
I mean, Lapu is just gonna win out the Baksha on the XP lane, hypothetically. But, I mean, will they go with the Baksha on the jungle and pick up a Badang for an extra shine?
Risky call.
Nolan, I mean, Nolan, no. I don't like the comp. Blood is such a bad picker. No.
You still had the Beatrix here open. Maybe could even go for the Nathan.
Clint, Leslie, Carrie, 3 good anti-tanks. I mean, what else could be?
The Leslie is not really great. Brody could work great.
There's absolute cinema.
It's over. It's over, folks.
It's over.
Morocco, you can pack your bags. Sorry to say, but the draft from Egypt is looking stacked. Oh,
I would draft that. I would draft that Egypt drafted. I mean, same mentality. Lapu from the front line, Fredrin from the front line, Arlot from the front line. Back damage is gonna be Speedy. That's the carry right there. They have to focus on Speedy getting fed. Smiji is gonna take Minotaur's ultimate, Zetian's ultimate.
Cherry on top.
Even Claude's, Blazing Duet can also do a little damage, but you won't have the stacks, of course. But still, it's Egypt. Egypt won the draft. Morocco's draft is extremely good, but I do not like the Baksha on the XP lane as much as I like it on the roam, because you don't have as much mobility. Yes, you do well against fighters who have life steal, but still, it's only 25%.
Yeah.
So not a big
Not too
difference.
much.
On the roam, it makes a huge difference because you can gank early game. You just deny them that healing potential from the Lapu Lapu, the Moscow, the Arlot, the Fredrin as well. 4 healing types. Even the Valentina heals a lot.
5 seconds till the enemy
Indeed,
reaches the
very much so.
Who do you think? I mean, who do you think is gonna get it? Who do you think is gonna get it?
It's a very tough call to make here right now. But I mean, at this point, folks, this is gonna be all for. This is all guns and blazing. Morocco has to pull up all the stops here to maybe have a potential chance against Egypt right now. As I mean, the games are going to start at this game number 2 going on. They're on to match point.
Nolan is gonna have an advantage over Awad on the jungle because Awad doesn't take the impure rage, which most Fredrins. Oh, he went for a tank build. That's why I see.
Ooh, that makes sense now. But a very early skirmish here, Super Mario alongside Captain Rolex, taking a lot of damage. Burst instead has to heal it up with regen though.
Look at
Especially
Nolan.
then with the re-engage here, forcing up the flicker onto her Smidgy. Huge utility.
Still baiting out the flicker early in the game, forcing Super Mario to almost go back to base. But look at Speedy, he's already losing the lane to Ayato. He's doing not that great. The Moscow is a bit of a mid hero because as soon as he gets that level 4 SOD, he can just travel everywhere and join every fight. That's how he's gonna get fed. He's gonna just use that momentum of the teleportation to just, you know, move. But look at Miji. Oh, knock up. Forcing the flicker backwards.
Nice. Yep. The question is though, is Ayato going to be able to match that? But Kenji all the way from top lane, will knock up here. And the back line being marked here. Smidgy is going to be the main target. Especially again, getting the first blood of kill Alpha here all the way from the top, but doesn't have the level 4 ready for his team here. And early 2 kills going to the hands of Morocco.
That's why I don't like the Fredrin on. I still enjoy the support emblem Fredrin with the Impure Rage. It's just gonna allow him to clear faster, heal much more, and just have a better rotation. But in the top lane, the Minotaur was trying to cut the lane to get a level 4 advantage, just weakening them up. But even still, 3 people towards 2 people on the top lane. Kenji got his Tortoise Prescience ready to go and rock. Captain Rolex doesn't have his level 4 Minotaur Rage though. But he's just gonna zone.
So he's gonna start it in. Retribution landed in. Kenji is tanking a lot of damage. Alpha might just look for an opportunity, but doesn't see the vision.
One v1 in the goal lane.
Wait.
I had the one.
What? Oh, that's a huge kill though. Hang on.
Minotaur Rage.
Minotaur Spirit here. And lands down towards Captain Rolex. Getting killed onto her Smidgy. Here, Super Mario has to back out of action. Kenji goes on towards Alpha here. And managed to dash out.
Captain Rolex is doing such a better job, considering the fact he has the Minotaur. A lot of healing, a lot of area effect. It's gonna be close. Ayato is there as well, and they're gonna get that blue buff. I mean, that's the deal with her. You're so slow to clear, but you're such a good hero. You have such a good hit. Maybe if he goes on the Warwick's path build, is gonna be a better way for him to, you know, trade evenly. Because he's already going to lose in that clear speed. Just get the Warwick, just get it dealt over with, or get for the Brute Force. You know, ignore that.
That's true. That's true.
That knock-up effect from Minotaur. Even from, I mean, Baksha, I believe, has an initial small knock-up effect, or it's a pushback at least.
Yeah.
Still, SOD, he steals it.
I mean, this is a little bit of revenge here, but not Speedy, but Awad's going to get caught. Maybe in the mid lane here. Oh, there's gonna be the Phoenix Fury here alongside Kenji. Can they kill Ultra's Alpha? Backline be diver. The lights just sustaining the rest of Moroccans here. Just to survive and win the trade.
I mean, not much you can do in that scenario as team. Egypt, you have to look for pickups. And Speedy is just him being, I mean, greedy. SOD could have, like, maybe gave Team Morocco another loss. I mean, their first loss.
Yeah.
But he just said, you know, I'm going to take that extra 100 gold from the crab using SOD. Not much, you know, pocket change. But of course, I really like the Nolan with the magic. I mean, the CDR boots just allowing him to take the farm extra faster. 10% is a lot, but look at Kenji just zoning out the mid lane. And Nasty is going to deny the entry from Super Mario though.
Yeah, blood poke coming in, the backline big dive, Rex Warrior, Aito all the way from bottom lane here, going into the blazes duets, alongside with the Mirror's Fury, and a massive kill going on towards the hands of Morocco, as Super Mario gets targeted next, especially them picking him off and going back to the turtle.
They are lacking a ton of damage on Team Egypt's side. They just have to wait for Speedy to get a few items. Same for Smile. Just needs those few extra items, the Lightning Tranche, the Holy Crystal, even the Tome of Books, to allow him to farm a little bit faster, to take a little bit more, deal a little bit more damage.
Yeah.
Yes, they have the front line, but they don't have the damage to back it up yet. I believe it's going to be 4,000 or so gold difference, but look at especially then, just getting baited out.
Yep, out for though.
Yeah, nasty.
There's knock up. Yeah. Staining that, and it's just a little bit of poke. But meanwhile, Egypt on the other hand, leaning towards bot lane here. They want to give Not Speed the leverage that he needs with Super Mario hovering over. Ioto too far in action, playing it safe.
Kenji already bought the roaming boots as soon as Captain Rolex built. But look at Ioto. Final slash
coming in, so low on HP. But instead, Super Mario on the receiving end, instead taken down. And maybe possibly have to fall back.
I mean, they just have to level up as much as possible. The mage and the marksman just have to get a ton of damage in from side of Egypt, because Morocco is doing an amazing job. Their draft is looking much better than I was actually thinking about. It just complies. As soon as you get knocked up by Rolex, you're gonna get that Phoenix protocol from Zetian, just slowing them down, stunning them, and doing a ton of damage. But look in the bot lane.
Knock up coming in, now Speedy alongside with the Fear of Phoenix, not gonna be landing though, and Speedy so low on HP, tries to flicker off, tries to dash out of action, but again, especially then for the fracture, cleans it up, and 2 members fall here. It's a 5-man engage from Morocco, folks, as Egypt slowly taking down the losses.
The top turret is gonna get taken by Team Egypt, though in the mid lane. Smiley finally got that ultimate from Minotaur. He had it before, but still not enough to defense it on the mid lane. SOD marks Rolex. Alpha is there as well. A ton of damage.
Fighter coming in. Ayato also dealing a lot of burst here. Forces flicker out. Alpha has to back off, and Fire Slash being pushed back there. As especially then cleans it up with a fracture here. Such a clean play coming in from this jungler.
4 levels ahead of Awad. Awad still is not online. He cannot do much. But I mean, they are already getting the kills. Alpha got a kill. Still, I don't think it's enough. If they gotten 2 kills there, I think maybe they could have turned it around. But look at especially then. He's just gonna invade the jungle of Fragrank even more. I mean, they got 1 turret. The top lane is gonna fall as well. I mean, not much you can do. They're gonna have Lord advantage soon as well. 5,000 gold lead in the hands of Morocco. 3 turtles as well. 1 turret Egypt.
Good play though coming in. Nasty's next target taunted in with the final flash. On towards Nasty's air as Alpha picks up the kill though. Now coming in. There's the Mino's Fury flicking forced out, and with Appraisal's Rat, but doesn't really do enough damage for Egypt to continue forward. They did get a pick off, but they'll have to fall back. All the while they're not Speedy, taking down a little bit of aggression on the bot lane.
The gold has almost leveled out. It's still 5,000 gold difference, but still, Speedy is getting fed. He is level 9. He is the 2nd highest level. I mean, 3rd highest, hypothetically. But still, look at the difference between the junglers. 4 levels. That's huge.
Insane. Yep. And that's the thing what you want to do if you're Nolan. And with Morocco, we went from going from having no crowd control in team fights to a full-on Minotaur, a full-on Zetian, and I think this is the play for them.
I mean, it depends. It really depends. Smile.
Oh, knockup coming in. Minosphere instead used by Smidgy there, but especially then just too fat right now. It's low 40. Gets the double kill for the side of Morocco. 12-2 right now. They try to go for an Awad possibly, but it's not gonna be a poke.
Speed is just gonna be taking down every turret in his path. Will he try to fight Ayato? Ayato doesn't have any stacks. SOD.
SOD.
He's gonna mark that Nolan.
Oh, wait, stunned him. No, that's out of range, especially then. Oh, not gonna be chased. It's safe, but meanwhile on the mid lane here, Super Mario almost getting caught. Has to use the Fire Slash to clear. Kenji pushed so far away, and he has to clear the minions here as we get engage here. A massive pin though with the Blazes do as used in, but now Speedy cleans up Ayato so fast as the Blazes Rat slaps on towards this cow, and 1 by 1 Morocco's fall as 3 members down, and Egypt start to rise.
3 members down, Lord is up, Egypt is in the lead, but look at especially then he might try to take down Alpha. Ultimate not used already. He still can go and contest that Lord. The retribution is in his favor. 4 levels ahead. But
One slash here. Also, here Phoenix, massive stun there, and giving especially then
They trade.
the killer it needs. 1-for-1 there.
Big trade coming in from Egypt. They have turned it around. Speedy turned it around. He is the GOAT of goal lane. I mean, I did say he was falling a little bit behind, but still, that's just a little bit of banter. But 2,000 gold, still, it doesn't matter right now. 10 minutes in, 13 to 6, 5 kills, 6 kills. So much, 7 kills actually. Hold on.
Yeah.
Just counting it up. But look at Alpha.
Yep.
Man. Wait, Kenji.
Hang on, Swan's coming in, but I mean, he's just too tanky. Logan be
Super
matching down
Mario
top
is there.
lane, though.
Speedy is in the bottom, and he's just gonna try to force out that turret as well. But look at Alpha is gonna get poked out by especially the retribution used in their favor. But still, what can they do? What can they just have to protect the bot lane turret.
Yeah.
The Lord is gonna march down the top lane. It will get affected by the gold ability on the tower. But will they hold out till minute 12, or will the Lord just march down before that?
Yep. It's safe to say, looks like the Lord's gonna get wasted.
Well, I do not think it's a waste because they got the gold from it. But look at Super Mario.
Oh, hey, there's a taunt here, but Nasty's pure Phoenix landing in, but Awa picks up the kill. SOD landing in the back line as he gets it carried though. Massive knockup, Ayato going on towards Awa here. Appraisement Rat doing so much damage. There's a third taunt though, and Egypt could try to go in, and they do get Ayato in the process. Not Speedy, a killing spree for this Moscow. As they try to get one more. It is 2-for-1 right now for Egypt.
I don't know if you noticed, but that Spear of Misery marked down Ayato, and he got stuck to the wall, and then he got killed after the Moscow flickered. I mean, both of them. Especially then.
Yeah, pulls on with the fire flash there, pulls him back on towards the fight though. Kenji tries to go in, but he's risking it all because he doesn't even have the tankiness needed as an unstoppable for not Speedy. He doesn't have the gold, but he has the burst damage needed. For the side of Egypt, though, Lex Duets coming in from Ayato here with a Spear of Destruction. No, doesn't go for it.
He won't do it. He won't do it. He won't do it. Captain Rolex all alone in the mid lane. He's gonna get back down, but look at the damage!
Yeah, massive damage from Fear of Phoenix there. Pops Immortality. Awa gonna be surviving, and still 5 members strong and stealthy here as bot lane turret gets taken down in the process, and Egypt has got what they came from. The job is done.
Finally picked up. The Moscow Lord is up in 20 seconds at on off possibilities. I mean, Rolex is gonna be back up by the time Lord is up, and they were gonna have all abilities: Revitalize, Flickers, Purifies, Retributions. Compared to the side of Egypt, which is gonna have only 1 Flicker and the Retribution up and ready. I mean, you can say Alpha's gonna get it by the time, but still, I think it's too early to tell. I think Speed is gonna try to either go for a battle or just gonna burst down that Lord, because he is the sole carry of Team Egypt. As soon as Speedy falls, I think it's over for Team Egypt.
Well, they only have maybe the Nolan could mark it in, and setup have to be good. But Awa here with the Tondo, Phoenix landing in. There's the minimum sphere from both sides here. As a massive fracture on towards Awa and deals a lot of burst damage. But Kenji is all the way alone in the front lines. The Alpha picks up the kill. Base duets with the Wheel of Nature, doesn't survive, but he gets knocked up and cancelled in the back line here. As Alpha tries to get it in, the Spirit of Destruction in the back line gets perfectly Ayato, as not Speedy is the main man to beat for Egypt, folks. Conceal play just to give him the boost, and this man is on a rampage right now.
Lord is up 11 seconds, 10 seconds now till Kenji's gonna be back up. Revitalize not there. Will they be able to clear down? But look at the Minotaur, he's just gonna get melted down.
Yeah,
what can he do?
Pushed away. And all the way from, especially then here, the turret's gonna be marked here, and Smidgy is the one who is gonna get the kill, but a shutdown here from the side of Valentina. All the while, though, Kenji trying to fight so hard, but he's all alone and through minions to boot 4 members. Make that 3 for the side of Egypt to take game number 2, taking the series against Morocco and moving to the next phase.
They took the series by a sweep. Extremely close game coming from Team Morocco, but they couldn't carry that momentum over. Speedy was just getting far and pushing every single turret in his path. Not much you can do. I mean, I said the draft is better from the side of Team Egypt. Even though Morocco played better, Egypt just got it later on. They just had to get farm. The fights are all going in the favor of Team Morocco early. Look at that.
I mean, the main game changer, I'd say, was again the combo from the mid lane here. Zetian and alongside a Minotaur is just so impactful in all those team fights.
As we know, that hailing down ultimate coming in from the Zetian in combo with the Minotaur and Fury, just gonna stun them twice, basically.
Yep. And they're just gonna be sitting ducks here for especially them to just walk up, fracture their knees, and clean them up.
Fracture the knees. I said that Nolan was doing an amazing job just split pushing all the time, but still he was missing most important team fights. Yes, he was getting the kills after, but still, he was not pushing Speedy enough. Speedy was down so much gold, yet he was winning so many fights for them.
Yeah.
Yes, they were winning, but I think they're just baiting out the skills from Team Morocco in the mid lane.
That's true. Again, so much damage, but this was. Think about it. Think about it, Zagota. This was in a phase where Moscow was around 1k gold difference with the Claude, and he was out damaging him.
And I believe it was more than 1,000 gold. I believe it was 1.8.
Even more surprising.
Yeah. Even more surprising. They just turned it back around. Not much you can do in that scenario.
Well, I mean, almost took that out there also. And again, the openings though, I'd say again, a massive place by Speedy, but again to set up the rest of his team was just
Look
an
at those
outstanding
slashes
job.
all the time on point.
Yep.
Like
Every single
Alpha and Maro all the time on point.
except in the last one. Except the last one.
We don't talk about that last one. They won the game. All right, buddy.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. He took the win there, and I mean, this was just absolutely semantic. There for a second there, I was almost doubting our take on the draft. I was like, okay, this is gonna be a circus moment. We are gonna be clowns, and then
I never
Egypt
doubted it. I never doubted
immediately-
it. He's the doubter, chat.
Okay, oh, it's only me, huh? You're throwing me under the bus, huh?
I never doubted it. I was always backing it up. I
Okay.
knew it was gonna work.
All right. Oh, I mean, they
Taking
proved
a
this.
quick look at the statistics, 80,000 total damage going from the Moscow. Far behind him is Valentina with 57,000. I mean, no one was really getting close. Just the Zetian with that.
Yeah.
I mean, global ultimate just hitting everyone at the same time. I think that was doing a ton of damage as well.
Yeah.
Minotaur was doing an amazing job, but the Oracle second item, I don't know. I feel iffy about it. Because they didn't have a dominance as beside the Baksha. Yes, the Baksha got it early game, but it's still out of like an antique Curious to deny the damage. Even a blade armor to just soak up a little bit more. But taking a quick look at the other statistics, most gold 12,690 from Speedy, most eliminations from especially, most damage dealt. Again, not Speedy, 80,000 total damage. And the most assists, Nas with 11. That global ultimate sure does help a lot with KDA.
Indeed. Landed every single time. That Fury the Phoenix was just so impactful. Again, the place of most of the team fights were just a lot of the players stacked together, and that's just enough range for the Phoenix to land onto their heads. But again, there's not enough here. And like you said earlier, the Minotaur picking the Oracle is maybe looking for a prolonged team fight, but still lacking that sustain is such a crucial problem for all the fall throughs there. He couldn't finish off his Minuan's Fury, or even then had to position very defensively because he was just getting melted every single time. Maybe I'd even take a Winter Crown over it. Then he could make those aggressive flicker plays.
I mean, I don't know if I would take. I don't know. A Winter Crown is so
Over the
risky
Oracle.
because you're gonna. I mean, Oracle is still a good item. You heal a lot more because I mean, if you get hit on Minotaur, the passive one, if you get hit, you're gonna heal it back the second you raise your arm. But still, I mean, we can hypothesize about what could have happened.
Yeah.
But I mean, Morocco was winning in the early game. They just didn't know how to carry over the momentum. The goal difference really showed. Yes, I mean, Ayato was winning every single encounter on the lane, but off lane, they were not doing much. They're not playing as a team. They didn't have a proper setup. Minotaur, Zetian combo worked really well. But the Blazing Duet was never present in most of these fights, and the SOD was present in all of them, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, I think just front line difference between these two teams. Yeah, the Fredrin, the Arlot, the Lapu Lapu, 3 strong fronts. The Valentina to just back up with the Minoan Fury, the Zetians. I mean, that Phoenix ultimate just helps a lot.
Yeah. Also, another problem with the Claude was that again he was trying to target more than 2 targets, which again the Blazing Duets damage slowly scales down by a lot. And since the front line is so tanky, I mean you have to mark the backline. Then again, you try to dive the backline, they're all the way in the turret, or they're gonna melt you down here with Moskov and the Valentina. Which again, it's a matter of who, and it came down to the point where it didn't matter anymore for the side of Morocco, and Egypt was just too far ahead, which we saw with Moskov.
I don't think Egypt was extremely far ahead. I just think they didn't target properly. In the fights where always getting engaged, they didn't start the fights. Morocco never started the fight. The allies went for a pick-off. But sometimes the Minotaur engaged on his own under a turret, which I find extremely foolish, let's say. Because you're Minotaur, you're still at the end of the day a support type roamer. You're like a Frank, you're squished, you're not supposed to hold the damage, you're not a Baksha, you're not an Arlott, you're not a Freddy, you're not a tank, you're not a proper tank, you're a setter support. And with Cloud, I don't know if it works extremely well, maybe a different marksman of work, just
I don't know.
even a
With the Zetian it worked right.
With the Zetian it worked right, but still, I don't think they made the most out of the Minotaur. If team
fair enough
Morocco had the Moscow, the extra attack speed coming in from Minotaur's passive would have helped a ton, and you can double back on that, just helping to attack a lot faster, doing a ton. No, it's still a thing. It's still a thing.
Oh, okay. They brought it back. I remember a patch note they removed that. Okay.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right though. The attack speed buff can help though, but still. And we're still. I mean, that was such a great series coming in from both these two teams, and I mean to top it all off, Morocco almost gave Egypt a run for their money in game number 2. Hopefully, though, we'll see more from them coming in the future.
And again, a quick reminder for the people who missed the first game. First game was between Team Ivory Coast versus Morocco, where Morocco took the win by a sweep 2-0, and now the last game of the day, Egypt versus Morocco, where Egypt took the win. But I think we're gonna give the teams time to go to sleep, to rest. There's gonna be a few more games, but they're gonna be offline. However, I was Lakota, joined today by Linwell, and we're gonna help. I mean, we're gonna expect you guys tomorrow. I wish to see you guys tomorrow as well. The support for the team is gonna be showing a lot. Tomorrow we're gonna have again interesting games. See you guys tomorrow.